everyone, and welcome to another Sovereign Citizen Sunday. How's everyone doing? Hope your weekend's been going well so far. I am now all on my own. Sad face. Baja is on a work trip, so it's just me and the kitties for a little bit. Very sad, very lonely. So you're my company, chat. Are you excited? You're the only human beings I'm gonna talk to. So that'll be good, probably, for my mental health. No, welcome everyone. How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. Today we have tons of Sovereign Citizens to take a look at. Should be fun. It's us and the wall of movies behind me. True. Very true. I'll just watch Reanimator on repeat for days. Better than chatting with AI. That's true. Assuming you're not all fake. You could be fake. Are you that terrible? No, but I am. Lucas Dawn, thanks for 53 months, says one more month until sub baby 6. Man, you guys just blow me out with the number of babies I'm shooting out of me. Lilac Rosenberg with 40 bits says, Hannah, it's awful. Book Talk has found One Piece and they're dismantling the agendas with their English degrees and media literacy. The horror. So yeah, today we're going to hang out. I was going to do the patron show today, but because of kind of the stuff with Baja having to leave, I started later than I meant to. So I think what we're going to do is, I think we're going to do 4 patron shows this month, and we're going to do them on the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 29th. So the next 3 Sundays, and then the 4th Saturday of the month. So that's when we're going to be doing the patron shows this month. I'm really sorry that the last one got booted because of YouTube being buttheads and me having to move this one. But to make up for it again, we'll do 4 this month. I'm really, really sorry. I hope you guys understand. If not, you can be mad at me. It's okay. Let's see, what else? We are still working on the tip goal, so if you want to help get to that, so we can do our 4 XXL streams, which are going to be 4 8-hour streams that I have special plans for. The Sovereign Citizen XXL stream is going to be us going through the entire case history of the guy from last Sovereign Citizen Watch. I don't know if you guys remember, but he was the one that said that the judge was misgendering him because she wouldn't call him an attorney, even though he's not a lawyer. Anyway, we're going to go through every video of his case so far, and it's taken years for his case. So that's what we're going to do for the Sovereign Citizen themed extra long stream. All right, with that out of the way, I think we can just jump into it. New month, so new sub goal. If you want to help with that, you can gift subs. And if you're on YouTube, do me a favor, like the stream, double tap the screen, hit the thumbs up, whatever. Lilac Rosenberg says, are we watching the cop who forgot his pants? It's not really Sovereign Citizen. I can pull it up to start out with if you want, because it's pretty quick. It's just not really Sovereign Citizen, but I get it. It has a judge that we watch regularly, so I understand why people want to watch it. Let me just pull it up real quick. I know I have the link in the, Hold on, I know someone sent a blue sky link. Alright. Now, this is the pantsless cop. This is up there with the, cat lawyer in terms of funny courtroom things that have been caught on camera. Unstable Deadbeat with a 5-stream streak says, no problem about the patron stream, Hannah. How is the work on the video going? Good. I'm going to be working on it pretty much non-stop. Well, Baja's gone because I got nothing else to do. So that's what I'll be doing for the next little bit, is just basically streaming and working on the video. I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be really, really good when it's all the way done. Cameron's going through some stuff right now. I'm almost like, I'm kind of afraid I'm going to finish the video and then there's going to be something that happens with him that, like, is really important and it's going to happen like a week after the video comes out. But, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, here's the video.
Please.
Yes, Officer Jackson.
Oh, no! That's a shame. That's a real shame. Yeah, if I needed to, I'd do a part 2.
19 out of 12 precincts.
Oh, honey, no.
All right. Today,
you gotta ask the camera judge.
you got some pants on, officer?
Sir, they're in the... No, sir.
Officer Jackson, okay, Miss Lee.
Your Honor, I'm not naked. My balls are traveling. All right. Let's jump into some sovereign citizen stuff. Thank you for that. Jesus Christ. Alright. Let's try this one. We'll start with this court video.
He's still muted.
I believe he is orange pants, white shirt judge.
I got it.
Oh, I was just happy I could read it.
Thank you for pointing that out. I figured out where he was. Oh, there he is. Mr. Miller, can you state your name, please?
He certainly wasn't wearing pants. I guess he could have been wearing, like, underwear if they were, like, dark underwear. But the blur made it seem like he was maybe just not wearing anything, if I'm being honest.
He may be muted, Judge.
No, he's not muted. Sir, can you state your name?
On and for the record, my name is Dwight Miller. I'm American State National. I'm here to challenge jurisdiction. I'm here on special appearance to challenge jurisdiction, bro.
Oh, look, Simpson's already got a look on his face. Knew that special appearance language was coming out as soon as he said, I'm here to challenge jurisdiction.
Can we approach, Your Honor?
Your Honor, I need to challenge jurisdiction.
Okay, how are you intending on doing that?
Well, Your Honor, can you show me your
Oath of office.
how I'm supposed to do this? See, it's certain things I can't remember because y'all got me in here and I don't have access to the.
Oh no, he forgot the script. He's trying to do the script off memory, but he doesn't. You're trying to ask for his oath of office, sir. Don't get me wrong, that's not going to do anything. That's bullshit sovereign citizen tactics, but I'm embarrassed that he can't remember the script. That's a shame. You can't even remember your own bullshit.
The wall books, but it's okay.
Are there certain things you want me to show
your
you?
delegation of power, sir?
Oh, there you
Pardon?
go. Okay. Delegation of power is a different sovereign citizen thing, and when they ask for a delegation of power, they're basically asking, where does it say that you have authority over me? Did I sign a contract with you? Who gave you the authority over me? And the answer is, of course, you know, the court, the government, the powers that be, however you want to put it. That's who. That's why you're here. H. Baird says, does it disturb you that you know the script better than actual sovereign citizens do? No, I'd be shocked if I didn't, to be honest. I also know the Bible better than a lot of Christians. Like, it is what it is, you know?
Can you show me your delegation of power and your oath of
My
office?
delegation of power.
Yeah,
Came from the people of Washtenaw County that elected me. I have a certification of election in back. You want it?
Mr. Miller, as your
I would like
attorney,
a copy of your surety bond,
advise-
please, and your oath of office.
My surety bond.
There's the oath of office language.
I don't
Yes.
have one. I'm insured by the county.
So you don't have one?
And state.
Okay. You don't have a surety bond, huh? So what's your oath?
Mr. Miller, I'd
oath-
advise
you
not to-
swear oath to the Constitution, right? Yes or no?
I'd advise you not to continue this line.
Man, I'm in here. I done got victimized this morning. Are you serious? Can I get a breakout room with my attorney or my so-called attorney?
So, oh, he said so-called attorney. That's not great.
So-called attorney? No, he's a very good attorney, and he's not a so-called attorney, and you'll not refer to him that way because as you won't be disrespected, neither will he.
I do always like when the judges defend the attorneys a little bit, especially like public defenders who are doing their best, and I just feel bad when they get shit on by the sovereign citizens. I understand that our system isn't perfect and needs a lot of work. Public defenders don't get paid what they should, and there aren't enough of them to go around, so their caseload is overdone, and they're not able to give the attention to each case like they should. These are systemic problems. But as individuals, the people that take on caseloads to be public defenders, like, they're doing a good thing. Don't be a dick to them.
Okay, may I speak with the attorney in a breakout
You can
room?
do that on your own time. He doesn't get a breakout room here because he's live in the courtroom.
Okay. So,
So what are we doing with his case now that my jurisdiction has been established?
Maybe please
okay,
approach her.
I'm putting the motion in for dismissal because ain't no
Denied.
so-called
His motion for
witness or
dismiss is
victim to
denied.
sign a
What are we
sworn
doing?
affidavit against me.
Maybe please approach her.
It's a thankless job. Worse than that, it's a job where you don't get thanked, and usually, from what I hear from lawyer friends of mine, you get shit-talked by your clients who don't understand you're trying to help them. Like, they assume that if you don't get them off scot-free, then you're a bad attorney and you fucked them, when in reality it's like sometimes you have bad facts. Sometimes you're on camera robbing a store. You know what I mean? Sometimes the best an attorney can do in that case is make sure your rights are respected and maybe get you a deal. You know what I mean? But unless you get them off just completely acquitted, sometimes people get very mad at you, even though you're doing your best with what you have in front of you.
Your Honor.
And not end this? Yeah, oh. Of course, yes, you may.
So how's y'all having a conversation without me being there?
Okay, we're back on the record in the Dwight Miller case. What I'm gonna do, Counsel, you're requesting an adjournment in this matter.
I am, Your Honor.
By the way, this is kind of random, but this October was wonderful. Do you have any idea how many horror movies I got to watch in October? So many new movies I'd never seen before, and so many were so good. Some were not that great, but so many were good. Finally saw Clown in a Cornfield. That was entertaining, not perfect, but it was great. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. The new VHS movie was pretty entertaining. I don't know. It's a good month for movies.
Upon information and belief, there may be a new case coming. I understand Mr. Miller booked into the
Your
jail
Honor.
at 10 this morning.
Your Honor.
So I
Showed Baja Night of the Demons. That was fun. Night of the Demons is a very fun horror movie from the 80s.
wanted
I
to
object.
evaluate.
I object. I object anything she talking about. First and foremost, how was you testifying?
Yeah, what?
First and foremost, Your Honor, I want this charge dismissed, man. At no time given, the lady
I
lied.
know, I heard your motion to dismiss.
Okay,
I denied
listen.
it already.
She
Lucas Dawn says, sometimes you need a bad movie thrown in the mix. It helps you appreciate the good, and even in the bad, you can have fun. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I love bad movies.
okay, listen, Your Honor, under the Constitution, what is it exactly? The maximums of law. If something comes from a falsehood, what is that? The first words out this woman's mouth, she lied. She made a story
You're
up
not-
talking about somebody
Okay,
put
this
a weapon at her.
woman is an
Nobody pulled no
assistant
weapon at her because
prosecutor.
nobody
first
had
of
no
all.
weapon.
I believe he's speaking of the complaining witness, but
Oh, the complaining witness. Oh,
But you-
not Miss
Yeah,
Hubbard.
he means the maxims of law, not the maximums. Reminds me when people say they want to squash emotion or something instead of quash.
Mr. Miller, I would advise you not to say anything more. Given the circumstances, it may be prudent to discuss this matter further and to see. There's-
Sovereign citizen folk etymology. Harold Elbelman, what do you want me to look up in Black's Law Dictionary? And do you have a preferred version? I have, 4th, 5th, and 12th.
There's a couple whole.
Let me know if there's a particular edition. If not, I'm probably going to default to the newest edition. Should be in any. Yeah, I just didn't know if you had a preference. If you want a newer definition, older, I'll go with the newest.
A couple other things pending.
Falso and unum falso and omnibus. Okay.
as well as a potential new charge they're indicating, this might be something we want to set
No.
over for a week.
No. I'm not worried about no new lies. Look at me. I got beat up this morning, bro. I called Pittsfield police 13 times. I was getting assaulted with motherfucking tasers and shit.
Okay.
I put it on the record. Then all of a sudden they want to switch it up to make it seem like I'm threatening somebody. I ain't threatening no one.
Okay, but we can't resolve
I
all
never
that today.
threatened no one. The same people that's making these statements, they all three on felony probation. They done got caught.
Okay.
Their house just got
so we
raided.
can't resolve
And then they up
that
here
today.
playing line up on me.
Okay, so look, we can't resolve that today. And I think the best thing to, so that everybody can try to figure out what's going on, is I'm going to adjourn it out a week. Rather than 2 weeks. I'll try to expedite it.
We have falsus in uno doctrine, which I assume is the same thing. Oh yes, it is. It also includes that as the thing. So there we go. The principle that if the fact trier believes that a witness's testimony on marital issues is intentionally deceitful, the fact trier is permitted to disregard all of what witness's testimony. Once a mandatory jury instruction, this doctrine has been nearly universally rejected, is what it says.
Let's see if we can get to the bottom of it all.
So,
probable cause conference.
Your Honor.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned to November 6th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
And I should correct my statement, Your Honor, that mag thing we saw, we discussed at the event, I think it's just the court it's going to. I don't know that it's revolving the court. Okay.
Thank you.
So I just got railroaded, huh?
It's always funny at the end when they try to have the last word and think it'll do anything but make the judge dislike them. Like, you're not on a TV show. There's no audience for which you to have a quip that would go, yeah! You know what I mean? That's not how this works. There's no third-party observer that's gonna laud you for, like, getting a jab in. I guess in theory, the third-party audience is us, but, like, you have misread the situation if you think anyone here is gonna be on board with that.
No, that's not railroaded. I'll let you know when that
because I'm not consenting to none of this. The lady,
Yeah, cut him. I'm done. I'm so done. Is he gone? I feel a cold coming on for the 6th. It's like a hairball. I don't know.
That's funny. Acting like he's gonna call in sick to not deal with that guy. Kinda funny. Okay, moving on to what's next. Let's do a traffic stop, shall we? Phoenix Leftist, thanks for a 75 stream streak. Technically worthy audience, yeah. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, the only place where a reliable narrator exists is in fiction. You know what I mean? We're all kind of unreliable narrators, you know, of our own subjective stuff. Everyone is Rashomaning all the time. Sorry, this relates to the Cameron video. I'm not just crazy. I'm thinking about the Cameron video while we're doing this.
So I just got pulled.
Yeah, I actually also had Roger's thing. I have this saved somewhere. I don't read it a lot because they're just like a lot of the stuff from his videos but in written form, but we've looked at that before.
Over right now, on my way to work. And the police haven't even came up. They're just back there talking or something.
Huh? Hey, I'm not a threat, man. I'm not a threat. I'm a citizen of the United States. I'm not a threat to you guys, man. Why are you guys
At least he said he's a citizen and not the opposite like they normally do.
acting like this?
Driver, can you lower the back windows? The back ones.
There's nobody in here, man.
All the way.
No, I'm not gonna put it all the way. I didn't do nothing, dude. What's going on?
I'm gonna tell you right now, just lower the back windows, man.
Look, you can see in here, dude. Why are you acting like this, man?
Just lower the windows. I'll tell you everything right now, okay? All right. Officer Arredondo, San Jose Police, okay?
Yes.
The reason why I stopped you, you don't have your front license plates, your registration's expired, okay?
Right.
You have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
Am I being detained?
Yes.
You are detained, yes, sir.
Can you read me my rights?
I read you your rights only when you're arrested. I need your license, registration.
No, because I'm being detained, so I need to know what my rights are.
Turn off your engine for me, boss.
I need to know what my rights are if I'm being detained.
You're just detained right now. Your rights are when you're arrested. You're referring to your
No,
rights,
actually,
right?
this is an arrest. If I'm
This is
being
a
detained, I'm not free to go. This is an arrest.
It's not. They don't need to read you your Miranda rights unless they question you. And in fact, I think if you're the sovereign citizen and want charges to get dropped, you'd want them to not read your Miranda rights and then question you, because then anything that they gathered in that questioning would be inadmissible in court because you weren't read your rights.
Okay.
It's a little weird that you're making sure they cross their T's and dot their I's when you should want them to get sloppy with it. I haven't really talked about this before, but it's like they're reminding the cops to do a thing that would ensure that the stuff that they say can certainly be used. It already will be, but you know what I mean?
So, what I need is your license, registration, proof of insurance, okay?
I'm asking you to read me my rights, sir.
I stopped you for probable cause. Yes, sir. Oh, okay. 5-1, call 4. Can I get code on the
Dude,
I thought what they walked back, Harold Elwoman specifically, was that you couldn't find cops civilly liable individually for not reading you your rights. I thought that's what it was. I think the evidence could still be thrown out. It was more about personal liability for cops, giving them less of a personal incentive to ensure they're doing their job correctly. I could be wrong, though.
just want to be read my rights. What's going on?
It's just a traffic
I'm not a threat to you, man. I just want to know what my rights are. I'm being detained. I was just on my way to work. I didn't commit any crime, and there's nobody.
Do you understand why I stopped you today?
No, I don't.
Okay, just roll the window down all the way for me, please.
Sir, you can see me,
Thanks,
man.
Phoenix.
Quit asking me to roll my window down, please.
Well,
All right, can you talk to me?
Okay.
All I'm just saying is I just don't want my rights to be trampled over, because it has happened
all I'm
a
asking
few
for is
times.
your ID, your
Right.
registration, okay?
And if I'm being detained and I'm not free to go,
Hey, Duck Sauce.
I would like you to read me my rights, sir.
Your rights, or you're referring to your Miranda rights, correct?
Yes.
That's when you're under arrest.
I am under arrest right
Being
now.
detained is not being under arrest.
Yes, if I'm not free to go, that's called an arrest. It's a custodial arrest, man.
Okay. So the reason why I stopped you.
I know the reason why. I'm asking you if you can read me my rights.
I mean,
How was everyone's Halloween? I had a great one. I spent the day with you guys watching horror movies, and then me and my wife played Minecraft and watched horror movies. It was nice.
good, but there's no really reason.
How was yours?
Will, is anything right now that I can do or say can be used against me in the court of law?
I just need to see your ID, sir.
Can anything that I say be used against me in the court of law or give to you?
Yeah.
Yes, right? That's what it's for. And so that's why I need to know what my rights are.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you keep your hands on the wheel,
Yeah,
I can read you your rights.
Sure,
I'm gonna do
sure,
that. Okay,
sure,
I'm gonna
sure.
get it out of my card, okay?
Sure.
Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yeah, we didn't have very many trick-or-treaters either, Mr. Duck Sauce. We had we've never had a ton of trick-or-treaters It would always be between like maybe 8 and 20 kids or something the whole night. 20 on a good year, 8 on a bad year. But then this year, some months ago, a family moved out that was like half of our trick-or-treaters in the first place that used to live down the street. And I think this year we got 5. We got 5 trick-or-treaters over the course of like 2 hours. Really sucks. Sucked a lot.
Man, I'm
Someday I'd love to live in a neighborhood where there's like tons of trick-or-treaters and you can go all out and do like the decorations and stuff, because I love Halloween. Halloween's so fun.
I'm asking you to read it. I do understand everything in it. I'm just asking you to read it so I can repeat some stuff to you when you come at me trying to violate.
You had 130 to 140. See, that sounds nice, but also expensive. Candy was so expensive this year. Holy shit. I'm sure you guys know. You guys know what's going on with, like, tariffs and the economy taking a huge shit because of Trump and Republican economic policy. But, like, holy fuck, candy was so expensive this year. It was crazy. We got a bag that was, like, about this big. It was, like, a multi-pack. It was $20. It's fucking crazy.
My right.
And that was on sale.
That's all.
Because we bought it like the day before Halloween.
I'm not violating your rights.
Well, if I haven't committed a crime, and I'm being
without a front license plate, that's all.
Sir, I need to see your ID immediately.
So I'm not being read my.
You need to stay right there. Do not.
I'm
leave.
staying right here, man. What do you mean? I'm under arrest right now, right? They don't want to read me my rights. This is some messed up stuff. I don't know if they even know what they're doing. The cop, he's training another cop, but he doesn't even know what's going on. And this is sucking right now.
It's very frustrating when you hear a sovereign citizen say the cop doesn't know what they're talking about when the opposite is true. I'm not going to act like cops are like the pinnacle of understanding the law. They certainly make mistakes all the time. But dude, you're so wrong about this, it's not even funny. You're so wrong and so confident about your wrongness, it's frustrating in a visceral way. You are incorrect about this. You need a driver's license. Please stop ruining your life on camera about it.
I just got pulled over 2 nights ago, and this is too much. Why are people getting pulled over for infractions?
It's almost like that's legal. It's almost like traffic infractions and infractions for not having your car registered are lawful reasons for the police to pull you over and ticket you. Wow.
Crime committed, and I'm still getting pulled over. I don't know what's going on, man.
Hey, Will Kale. Tea with Goblins, thanks for 55 months. Appreciate your subscription.
Hello?
How you doing? I'm Sergeant Porter, San Jose PD.
Hey.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Sir, did the officers explain to you why you were stopped, why they effected a traffic stop?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Well, and what did they say to you?
He said that I didn't have a front plate.
Okay.
And I wasn't registered.
Well, I'm glad you could catch live Tea with Goblins.
Okay. So they mentioned the front plate.
Oh, sorry, I missed a tip. Just a Peach with $1 tip says, we only had 20 to 25 to 30. We have had up to 60 to 70 in the past. The school near us had their trunk or treat early and it was cold. I think that's why we had less. Trunk or treats are the devil. Trunk or treat is shit, and it's emblematic of the collapse of the American Empire. Watch my video essay to find out why. No, I'm not a fan of trunk or treats. I think they're a symptom of people being incredibly afraid of their neighbors when they don't really have a reason to be most of the time. Stop it. Be a human being.
Registered. Did they mention the window?
No.
Okay. Are you aware that you have a large crack on the windshield?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir,
are you aware they're all California Vehicle Code violations?
Yeah, and I'm aware that those are all for people who are in commerce or...
Nope. It's that idea. An idea just sticks to them like crazy glue. They get it in their head that all these laws I don't want to follow only count if I'm doing commercial activity, if I was driving a taxi or a bus or an ice cream truck. And it's just not true. It's just not true. It's wish casting. They don't want the laws to apply to them, so they choose to believe they don't.
And doing commercial.
I'm sorry?
And that's commercial. That's all commercial. Yeah.
Well, the California Vehicle Code applies to everyone.
Yeah, but I'm traveling, sir. I'm traveling. I'm not driving. Driving is the...
So the thing is, look, we're on a roadway. There's moderate to high traffic. It's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you can agree. Just by the nature of our job, it's very dangerous. We don't want to get hit by a car.
I think all of this parking is kind of dangerous just for this.
Did the officers ask you to exit the vehicle to sign a citation?
No.
Okay, so...
I guess he told me to exit so he can read me my rights.
Sure. So you have a couple of options. So the option is... if they have just cause to pull you over, do you believe they had just cause to pull you over?
No.
Okay.
Of course he doesn't think that. He's a sovereign citizen.
Sure. And that's fine if you disagree.
There's no.
Whoever told sovereign citizens, I don't understand. They always do this. They'll be like, do you have probable cause? And they'll list some sort of thing that is probable cause. You don't have up-to-date registrations. You don't have a license plate. I ran your plate, you don't have insurance, your license is suspended, and they'll be like, is that a crime? First of all, driving without a license is a crime. But even when it's not, they'll be like, well, do you have probable cause? Probable cause does not have to be criminal in nature. You can have probable cause that is not criminal. You can have probable cause that is their plate's out of date. That's probable cause. That's fine. Losing my mind over here.
Witness, there's no warrant, there's no injured party who said, hey, this guy just did this.
And I'm letting you speak, and you have every right to speak.
I'm traveling, so I'm not within that capacity where driver's license and all of that. That's not the capacity that I'm driving.
Do you agree that you don't have a front plate?
Huh?
Do you agree that you don't have a front plate?
If this was a vehicle and everything like that, and I was driving and operating this vehicle, then that would be the cause. But I am traveling.
Okay,
I'm not under commerce, and I'm not for hire right now. I am going to work. I'm not making any money or nothing from nobody.
Some of this I understand. I just wanted to initially give you the availability and the option to speak freely. I understand that. Objectively, hold on.
Okay.
Objectively, there are violations. The officers have to, if they choose to write the citation. In this case, they are willing to write the citation. It doesn't mean you're guilty. Just means you'll be given a court date and then you sign not admitting guilt. But so they're asking you to step out of the vehicle. So here's the thing: if you don't step out of the vehicle in the state of California, there's a section.
I'm not within the state of California.
Sure. Okay.
I don't know if you...
They think that jurisdiction isn't a matter of location, but instead of agreement. So they are in the state of California, but when he says, I'm not in the state of California, he thinks that being in the state of California is an agreement that you have to voluntarily and conscientiously enter into, as if it's a business relationship between you and the state of California. Of course, none of that's true. The state of California is a geographical, like, social construct that exists. We draw lines on a map, we do surveying, and we say, this is where California is, and while you are within those bounds, you are in California, whether you like it or not, because everyone else agrees you are. How do I put this? Laws, by their very nature, are collectivist, right? Laws are facilitated not individually, but through networks of systems, from the police to the cops, from the police to the courts, to the sheriffs that run the prisons and the jails, right? It's systemic. Whereas sovereign citizens have this incredibly individualistic view of the world that I think makes it difficult for them to understand the enormity of the system that they've put themselves against. Like, they genuinely seem to think that the law is not a series of social agreements, but that it is like physics. It's something we discover, and that should apply in the way they understand it on an individual level, and it has nothing to do with the systems that they are interacting with. They think, if anything, that these symptoms are superfluous and getting in the way of some idea of natural law, not understanding that that's not a thing. All that exists are the systems. Ugh.
You understand that?
We can agree to disagree.
I don't.
Some of that's for the courts. I get that. So California Penal Code 148, subsection A, says if you resist, obstruct, or delay an officer in the discharge of their duties, it's an arrestable offense.
What does when you read the Miranda rights? What do those mean?
Sure,
those are actual rights. You know what I'm saying?
So we got two things. Generally speaking, okay, what's going to trigger the Miranda warnings by peace officer in this state and nationwide is if you're in custody, which you are not at this point, and if the officers choose
custodial arrest right now.
No, what I'm saying is that if you are in custody, which you are not currently, you're detained, meaning you're not free to leave. If you are in custody and the officers choose to question you,
if I'm not free to leave, if I'm not free to leave, that means that I'm under arrest. I'm being under arrest right now. It's just
you are detained, but now we're looking at this thing. It's a citation and release.
So anything that I say while I'm being detained or do can be used against me in the court of law, right?
Because you're not in custody.
Yes.
Okay.
And if I was in custody, and anything I do and say can be used against me in the court of law.
So we have
also.
An option. Just.
I'm just trying to say.
I understand.
If I have rights, don't I?
Absolutely, but we're not. So just hear me out. So you're detained. You're not free to leave. Can we agree to that?
Yes.
The Miranda warnings do not trigger unless you're in custody and the officer chooses to interrogate you related to that specific.
When does my rights trigger? That's all I'm trying to say. I don't know the Miranda warnings. I already know.
You have your rights regardless. When they have to... I think this is, like a lot of sovereign citizen cop things, a communication error that's happening. It's not that you don't have your rights at this point. It's that they don't have to read you your rights until certain things are triggered. You still have a right, in theory, to remain silent against, like, interrogation, but you're not being interrogated right now. You are required by law to give your license and registration and stuff. Like, that's a thing. Your rights don't say you don't have to do that. They don't have to read you your rights in a way that preserves the answers to an interrogation until such a time as they are interrogating you. But you still, of course, your rights apply to you outside of that. You just don't understand that this is a matter of procedure.
All throughout the content.
Right.
But we still have to let you know.
So whether or not you read me my rights or not, I still have those rights, right? Right.
You do have rights, but you have to understand. But
if I enact those rights, then there will be precautions.
Okay, which rights do you feel that are being...
So I have the right to not incriminate myself.
Of course.
So if I don't incriminate myself, I'm going to face precautions, right?
No, the officers are not asking you to incriminate themselves.
To incriminate myself.
Yeah.
So if I give you any kind of document, it's going to incriminate me, right?
That's my favorite sovereign citizen thing, is like, if I give you my license, it'll incriminate me. And the implied thing there is usually because it's suspended. And it's like, well, okay, that's not what it means to not incriminate oneself. You're required to identify yourself. Just because you might have warrants or because you are doing something illegal currently doesn't mean you have the right to not identify yourself because you have things that will get you in trouble. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
And I have the right not to incriminate myself.
It's not incriminating, it's identifying. And if who you are happens to have warrants against them, that's not really incriminating. You just have warrants and they're identifying you.
Absolutely. So we can go. So we can do this. I can read you your rights. You'll still lawfully obey a lawful order by peace officer by exiting.
Nah, we actually don't have sovereign citizen bingo, do we? Actually, maybe we did a long time ago. But I don't have the board readily available.
To sign the ticket.
A
The
lawful
ticket is not
order? Doesn't a lawful order come after you guys have authority, which there has to be a crime?
The officers have authority by the state of California.
Right, when there's a crime committed. But other than that, you're a public servant, right?
I understand that, sir, but a suspected crime was committed, and that's the reason why the effective traffic enforcement stop.
Right, but there has to be like somebody there, man. You guys can't just be sitting over there pulling over people for infractions.
Yes, they can. That's like a huge part of their job that is legal. You can disagree with that if you'd like. You can take action to try and change the law if you'd like. But nothing about what they are currently doing is illegal. Understand the difference between policies you disagree with and something being illegal.
That right there doesn't. It's
so
not.
You're gonna have to have that up with the courts and legislation. If there's a statute,
I don't recall a Sovset bingo card. I think we only used it like once or twice. It wasn't like as in depth as the tinfoil one.
What about statues, man? I'm just trying to say like this: that I have the simplest rights, man. And you're trying to tell me that I have to violate those rights in order for you to do those jobs.
No.
In order for you to do your job, I have to.
here to violate your rights, but I will tell you this: if you have two options, you can exit the vehicle with a lawful order.
I kind of look cute today. Not bad. I got a new bottle of primer. It helped the makeup a lot. I've been running on primer fumes.
And the citation not
so the makeup has not been adhering correctly.
Guilt, you'll get a court date, and you could be heard by a magistrate. Or, if you don't, you'll be in violation of 148 subsection A of the California Penal Code, which is an arrestable offense. So you ask yourself, do you prefer to have the citation?
I wonder how does that
I believe he gets arrested at the end of this.
Arrestable offense come in there when before there was no arrestable offense.
Because you resist, obstruct, or delay an officer in the discharge of their duties. They've already explained it to you.
I just told you why, though. So because I have rights, right?
Yes.
So and if I use if I stay silent and then I don't incriminate myself and all of this stuff.
You don't have to incriminate yourself.
Yeah, that is.
You don't have to incriminate yourself, but you do have to exit and sign, not admitting.
I'm not gonna sign it. I'll exit it. So what do you got to do? Whatever you got to do after that.
I would rather not, because of the nature of this. I would rather not have any. Your community.
I don't even want. You're saying this is a lawful, what? A lawful command?
A lawful command, and your refusal will lead to your arrest.
To my arrest because of
deprivation of your liberty. I do not.
I'm already deprived of my liberty because I just told you I'm traveling, man, and that's under my rights for liberty right there. And so I shouldn't be molested or nothing by these police officers for no reason unless I commit a crime. Of
course, you've been pulled over for a suspected crime. Yes.
How? What crime did you suspect me of? Then
I've already told you. Okay, you have a defective windshield. You have no front plate.
That's not a crime, man.
And elevated from an infraction to a misdemeanor, which is an arrestable offense. I came
What?
as a supervisor to ensure the officers did their due diligence.
No, you're supposed to come to ensure that my rights were upheld.
It is funny when they call for the supervisor and then the supervisor gets them in worse trouble than if they just, you know, signed the ticket.
You know you're not.
You're not doing what I expected you to. The people on YouTube said you'd be on my side. Why are you lying?
No, you're not. You're telling me that now I'm gonna get a. I'm just saying this right now, man. I'm not gonna sign nothing. You're gonna whatever you got to do after that, because I have the rights. I have my right not to, man. And I'm just saying, you guys, if I enact my rights, and you guys are saying that I'm about to get in trouble.
Tara, thanks for 46 months. Says
Man,
praise
if you
Paul.
guys want me to get out the car, I don't want no violence.
Okay, please get out the car.
I don't want no violence,
Please
bro.
get out the car. I would rather-
And if it's gonna lead to violence, that's when I'm gonna get out the car, man.
Yes,
I don't
please.
wanna get out the car.
You getting out of the car would not lead to violence. It would not lead to violence.
So
I don't wanna hurt
you're
you, and I know
telling
you don't want to hurt me.
I don't, man. I don't know
please
why
get
you
out.
guys are all like this, man.
Because we're not going to leave. You prompted this
I
situation.
I didn't prompt nothing. Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? So you have some stuff there on the center console. Do you mind just pushing it off to the side? I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's.
Thank you. Do you have, sir?
I'm just saying, dude. You guys. I don't want you guys to do any violence towards me, man. And if you're threatening me with violence, man, what's up with that?
Sir, I'm gonna ask you right now to step out.
Hey,
step out.
Get out of the car, boss.
So you're placed under arrest.
Here, we'll come over here.
Thank you for cooperating.
Tiring. Very, very tiring. That's not oh my god, he's cut more of these. Of course he does.
What's the problem? What's your problem? Why are you acting like I'm doing something wrong? What the fuck is the problem? What's wrong with you guys? It doesn't roll down. It doesn't roll down. It doesn't roll down. What's your problem? Why are you acting like I'm violent or something? What's going on? You didn't stop me. I pulled over in here and then... No! It doesn't roll down, I told you!
Probably wouldn't say no. I'd probably say I can't. Telling a cop no forcefully. I feel like that's the cop trigger word. Makes them go rabid like the Incredible Hulk. Don't say no to a cop. That's not advice. That's a joke.
I'm over here. What's your problem? Why are you acting like I did something wrong?
Did I see he lost his hours at the post office because of the last stop? Oh, that sucks! Post office is a good place to work, I've heard, too. That blows.
Why are you acting like I committed a crime or something, lady?
Right, the reason I stopped you is because you don't have a front plate.
So why are you acting like this? What the fuck is going on, man? I don't have it.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm not gonna give you shit.
Okay.
Because I didn't commit any crime.
A Sobsid who works for the government stupid? We've seen at least 2 soldier sovereign citizens. Sorry, 1 soldier, 1 Air Force. So, military sovereign citizens.
You don't have a front license plate. That's why I stopped you.
I don't, but that's not a crime.
You're required to have a front license plate.
I'm not required. No, I'm not. But that's not a crime, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have your driver's license?
I told you
I'm
not.
What is your name?
I didn't commit any crime. So I'm not going to give you my name.
The reason I stopped you is because you don't have a front license plate. That's why you're required to have a front license plate.
No, but I'm not required to give anybody my identification if I did not commit a crime. I did not commit any crime.
You don't have a front license plate. That's why.
So I'm being detained and I can't go. I did not commit a crime. And while you were acting all like that, you know what I'm saying?
The reason is because I asked you to roll down your window and I didn't hear you that first time, which is why I asked you to stop the vehicle too.
What are you talking about? You didn't ask me to stop the vehicle. I came and pulled over.
I asked you to turn off the vehicle.
Okay. And the vehicle is off.
Okay. So I'm detaining you because you don't have a front license plate.
So that's not a crime, and I didn't commit any crime for you to even pull me over. So,
What is your
okay.
name?
I'm not. If I'm being detained, then I have the right to remain silent.
What's your name?
And so I'm
Again, in a traffic stop, when you are the driver or traveler, if you're operating the motor vehicle, you are legally required to identify yourself in a traffic stop. It is not an option. It is not a suggestion. You are legally required to do so. And if you don't, they're gonna arrest you.
I'm going to go with my rights. I did not commit a crime.
Okay.
If I committed a crime, you would have my name.
Like, I don't know how to explain this. They're going to assume you have a warrant. Like, just to put that out there. If they don't already just know, okay, you're a sovereign citizen, they're going to assume you have a warrant because there aren't many rational reasons why a person would choose not to identify themselves at a traffic stop when they are required to do so. The assumption would be, oh, you're taking a gamble because if you tell me what your name is, I'm going to arrest you because you have a warrant. Because it's illogical to not give your name when there's not really anything that's a consequence behind it. Like most people, if they were maybe going 5 miles over, or their registration they forgot to update, or if they had a tail light out, you know, they'd do a traffic stop and they'd identify themselves and it would be over in 5 or 10 minutes. Not a big deal. That's the typical traffic stop experience. You refusing to identify is a red flag. It makes them think you're hiding something.
Or you would have a warrant for my arrest. I'm not going to help you with your investigation to incriminate myself.
I'm telling you, you're currently detained because you don't have a front license plate.
Okay, so you're going to take me to jail?
I need to know what your name is. What's your name?
So you're going to take me to jail for my...
Registered to this vehicle? Are you the registered
I'm not
owner?
going to answer.
Harold Doubleman says, in the script, can you please define wish casting for those who don't know? It's pretty clear by context, but still think it would help. I guess the way I was using it, I just mean that sovereign citizens will say certain phrases very confidently, almost seemingly in the hopes that by speaking it very confidently, it'll speak it into existence in the universe like a magic spell.
Any of those questions.
Like, just saying something you want to be true confidently doesn't make it true. Hydrate.
And I'm not going to answer any of your questions, ma'am. Right now, I did not commit any crime. Okay? And so for you to be telling me that I have to do something, I did not commit any crime for I have to do anything. And for the way that you got at me is crazy. I'm a man who lives here. I'm not no fucking crazy ass animal.
Okay, but you're currently detained because you don't have that front license plate. Do you have it somewhere with you?
No, I don't have it. It wasn't even sold with the car.
Are you the registered owner?
You didn't miss too much, Nemesaur. Just typical Sovsit stuff.
Told you, I'm not going to answer none of those questions.
Okay.
I'm not going to help you with the investigation so you can incriminate me, so I can be incriminated. I'm not going to help you with that. So if you have a crime that you can incriminate me for, then please go ahead and do it. And you should have my name or something like that already if you're pulling me over. Yeah, but that's what? An infraction? That's not a crime. You shouldn't be using your flashers, your lights for emergencies and felonies for somebody with that. And then for you to go and pull me over like that, that's even worse. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous.
You don't have a front license.
What do I need a front license plate for?
Because it's the law.
I'm not.
Presumably, so if a cop is in front of you, they can still see it. I don't know if cop cars in this particular state maybe have front and rear facing cameras that automatically scan license plates. That's a thing for those that don't know. A lot of cop cars these days have scanners that just passively are scanning any license plate they see. Just checking to see if it's up to date, if it's registered, if the driver of the vehicle, or rather owner of the vehicle, has any, like, warrants or anything. It's not a thing everywhere, but is a thing in many places. So I would imagine they want you to have a front and back plate so that if a cop car is in front or behind you, their reader or whatever can, in theory, scan it. Or you can't park in such a way that, you know, your front or back plate is obscured because you have both. It's to make sure that from either direction, at least 2 of the 4 directions you could see a car from, you have a license plate. It's not a big deal.
Playing
What's
anything with you. I'm not playing anything with you. I did not commit any crime.
The crime is that you don't have a front license.
Yeah, but are you going to take me to jail for that? Because if you're going to take me to jail, then that's a crime. But that's not a crime.
California. Thank you, Just a Peach.
Right. I need you to step out of the vehicle.
I'm not going to step out of vehicle.
Step
For
out of the
what?
vehicle.
For
Step
what?
out of the vehicle.
Ma'am?
Step out of the vehicle.
Ma'am, for
I
what?
asked you to
For what?
politely step out of the vehicle.
What's going
So
on?
step out of the vehicle.
What's-
Right now you're crazy.
You got my arm. You're not asking me shit.
Take off
You're
your
pulling me
seatbelt.
out of my vehicle.
Take your seatbelt off.
You're pulling me out of my vehicle
All
right now. And you got my
Correct, she is. I don't think she's not aware of what she's doing.
arm right now. And I didn't do anything. I didn't commit any
I'm asking
crimes.
You. All right, I asked you for your name. And
I didn't commit any
all right,
crimes,
come on,
ma'am.
step out of the vehicle.
Ma'am, are you
Step out of the
serious?
vehicle.
Are you
You're
serious?
crazy. Step out of the vehicle. Turn around. Drop the phone. Drop the phone.
I'm not gonna. What are you
the
doing?
Phone. Drop the phone.
Why are you acting
You're
like this, man? I did not commit any fucking crime, dude. What the fuck? What are you guys doing?
Literally would have been a warning or a ticket.
They're
Interlace
already
your
behind
fingers.
my back. They're already behind my back. And you know what?
Interlace your fingers. Interlace your fingers.
I don't know what that fucking
Put them
means.
together.
I'm gonna use.
You don't know what interlace your fingers means?
And so you're gonna arrest me because why?
Put your.
I'm asking you a question, man. Why are you arresting me? Why am I being arrested? What is my crime?
Oh, that dinging's gonna drive me nuts.
So you're not complying with my commands?
I
And
don't
I'm
have to
asking you.
comply with commands. I'm not a fucking slave, man. That's not a law right there. That's not a law. And so what you're doing, I'm already going to court for shit like this.
Once again, as always mentioned, that's not what double jeopardy means. It does not mean while you're on trial for something like a traffic infraction, it does not mean that in the meantime you can go redo that traffic infraction as many times as you want. That's not double jeopardy.
Hopefully you know what you're doing.
We're gonna walk back
Sick
to
of you guys fucking treating me like this. I'm straight up sick of you guys treating me like this.
Alright, we can move on, because that dingin' will make me go insane. I think he actually has one more. Has one more of these? I don't know, though.
What am I not cooperating with?
You're asked to
Asking
step out of the
questions? Why? For what? I gave him my identification and everything, man.
Because you're arguing with all the officers here.
Because I'm arguing?
Yes.
No, I'm asserting my rights. I gave him my information, man.
Okay. We
So-
told you to step out of the vehicle. We can do that based off of Philadelphia.
What if you're in trial for murdering someone and then you murder them for real? I have a Sandra Bullock movie I'll lend you.
For what?
Because we can before.
No, seriously, though, that would be a different murder. Even within that movie. You can't... It's not... They're separate crimes. Just because it's the same person you murdered or were put on trial for previously, they are separate murders. The first one didn't happen, but you were tried for that murder. This is a separate murder, even though the victim is the same person. Yeah, it's a different set of facts. Thank you, Jay's Proxy.
Officer safety.
I'm not doing nothing to... Oh, man. So look...
It's an entertaining enough movie. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. It's just not legally accurate.
Now this is... Now I'm getting scared.
Is it Ashley Judd?
Problems here.
Is there a
Apparently I need to watch Double Jeopardy.
superior that's
I am
coming?
the supervisor, sir. I am the one that.
Oh my God.
I don't own Double Jeopardy, shockingly.
God, you're the supervisor?
And I've already explained to you multiple times the legal ramifications and qualifications you are required to abide by.
What didn't I abide by?
We asked you to step out. Okay.
No, what you
you
asked me to step out.
You're saying you weren't lawfully detained when you are.
So what does that mean? Is that a crime for me to say that?
Yeah. You're not.
I didn't say if I was, dude. I know that.
Lawfully detained. You complained about being stopped.
So you guys,
when I can clearly
you know
see
what's
this
a
one
trip
vehicle
is
violation.
you were acting way aggressive before this camera turned on, man. And now you're asking.
The whole time, sir. And you've been arguing with me the whole time I've been here.
What do you mean it's in the same universe as Face Off?
I
would like to hear more about this Face Off extended universe, please.
You guys, you got called out here because this guy is trying to tell me that I committed a crime, and I did not commit a crime.
Yes, you have. The California Vehicle Code is law. It is the law in California for how to operate a vehicle on the road, and what you're required to do when you are detained. Okay?
It's a code.
It's a big book full of a lot of violations. I can see one right off the bat just walking up. Is the car registered?
A violation is a violation, man. It's not a law, man.
Yes, it is.
And I didn't
It is a law.
break a law.
It's not necessarily a criminal law, but it is a law. There are criminal laws, there are civil laws, there are traffic laws. I am losing my mind.
Law is against the public.
Sir,
What-
the vehicle code includes infractions, misdemeanors, and felonies. Those are all law violations. Do you understand that?
I was just
Terradona with an 80 stream streak says 80 streams. At an average of 3 hours, it equals roughly 10 days worth of Hannah. Wow, the fact that people spend their time being entertained by me in their free time is kind of insane.
looking at some law.
Why? You guys know literally the entire rest of the media landscape exists, right? I remind you guys of it constantly by having half of it in my background.
Right now because I'm in the middle of about to sue the San Jose Police Department.
Well,
And
you
I
should
was
probably
just
get your
looking up the
windshield
law.
fixed first, because that's the first violation I see right there, sir. Did my officer identify what he pulled you over for?
He's back there doing what he's doing, man. Why
he
don't you
identify
talk
what he
to
pulled
him?
you over for?
What he said it was for my license plate.
Okay,
But he was on the other side of the street. And how do you see my license plate? These things make differences, man. And you guys can't articulate a crime that I've committed. And you guys are trying to make me do all of this stuff. I didn't do nothing, man. All I was doing is I just went and got a pizza.
Face Off is probably accidentally in the same Jurassic Park universe as an InGen logo appears in the film. See, they should have switched Nicolas Cage's face with a velociraptor. That's a movie worth watching.
And trying to go home. I don't know why you guys are treating me like this,
Because
man.
you're arguing and not cooperating.
Because I'm arguing and not cooperating.
If you just abide by the law and don't argue with officers, it goes so much faster and easier. Okay, you're the one who wants to create problems.
I'm
here.
feeling like you guys are harassing me, man.
No,
And
we're enforcing
you're
the law. We're doing our job.
okay.
And if you don't want to cooperate,
You're trying to tell me that I have to do things that I don't have to do, man. And I just gave them all my information. Can I just get my ticket like everybody else when they get pulled over, man? And then
everybody else doesn't
be
have
on my way, huh?
everybody else cooperates, and we don't have problems.
So
It goes much more simpler. Stand by with him for a second.
they're trying to make me get out the car. This officer told me he was going to break my window. And
Why does he choose jail over freedom? Because he has been incredibly misinformed about what his rights are, so he thinks that he is morally and legally in the right, despite him not being so.
Manuel. Do you have your proof of insurance that you're required to show us?
No. Can you write me a ticket for that too?
He doesn't have it.
Please. This is
Les Lalar says, I like how now he's trying to compromise. Can I have the ticket? That was like 15 minutes ago, man. That's what they wanted to do in the first place. It is interesting how they often treat stuff like this as a negotiation, not understanding that for negotiations to work, both parties have to have power. Not necessarily always equal power, but there needs to be some sort of power dynamic going on. And the difference in power between you and the cops here is so different that there's no negotiation to be had. You either follow their lawful orders or you get arrested. Like, that's just how it is. I'm not telling you need to like that. I'm not saying that's good. I'm just saying, like, that's the objective reality of the situation. And you need to play by the rules of that situation if you want to come out the other side the best you possibly can.
They're malicious right now. And that was a supervisor who came. Supposed to make sure my rights are secure. And this officer said he was going to break my window and pull me out the car. Why? Because my camera was off. As soon as it came back on.
No, I'm pretty sure it's because you're refusing to identify yourself in a traffic stop and you're also not following their lawful orders.
They started acting like they were explaining instead of making demands. Insurance. I don't have proof of it, and I don't have insurance.
Oh, he doesn't have insurance. That's great for everyone else on the road.
The requirement for the laws of California.
I'm just getting a ticket for that, please.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna drive on the streets of California, you need to abide by all the rules.
Officer, what was your name? The one that came?
My cousin Vinny is the same universe as Karate Kid. Just because it has the same actor doesn't make it the same universe. Every based on a true story movie takes place in the same universe. Ours. Those movies aren't as interesting as other ones, though. So.
Dorn, sir.
Uh-huh.
Sergeant Dorn.
What was your number? Your badge number?
4021.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sir, if you're gonna drive on our rules, or if you're gonna drive on our
These are
roads,
my roads. These are the public's roads. These aren't the police roads.
Boatload of laws that are.
Yes, and the police are out there enforcing laws that were made by public representatives elected by the public, which you are a part of. But you're not the entirety of the public. Most of the public is in agreement that you need to have certain things in order to operate a vehicle on public roadways, and you're breaking those laws that were passed by representatives of the public.
Required to be abided by if you're going to drive. And you sign for that when you get your driver's license.
I signed with reserving my rights.
Phoenix says, do you take place in the same universe as us, or are you streaming from an alternate dimension? Luckily, I don't exist at all, and in fact, I'm just sort of the cross-section of all of your collective ideas about who I am. I am not a corporeal being at all, and as such, I do not suffer as you do, so that's good. What are Boxy's pronouns today? They, it.
You can look at my signature. It's all rights reserved on there. $11.04, 2005.
Is he just straight up eating pizza at a traffic stop?
Oh.
Word of caution, you may want to get your back tires checked. Because the tread's getting pretty low, and that's another violation if it gets too low.
Don't know why you're laughing, man.
You gonna ticket me for my safety?
Yes, because it incentivizes you to do something that will make your vehicle safer. Correct. The law is by its very nature coercive. They also ticket people for not wearing seatbelts, for instance. That certainly also helps other people because you won't become a projectile, but it does help the recipient of the ticket as well if it convinces them it's worth the trouble to put the seatbelt on rather than pay a fine. And by the way, anti-seatbelt people, are you okay? It takes a quarter of a second. Click, and then you're safer, and you won't fly through the windshield at 70 miles per hour. It's pretty great. I don't know if you know. It's pretty great.
If I didn't have this camera right now, this guy would have busted my window and pulled me out the car. I'm not a crime committer, man. You look at, there's nothing in here that's gonna, you know.
There isn't? Can we take a look?
No, man. You can do what you're doing like you're doing, man. But no, I'm not gonna let you search my car. You guys are doing enough already.
I'm sorry, say that again?
You guys are doing enough already, man.
All right, Manuel.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm texting Baja because I told you guys she's on a work trip, and now it appears she might not have a cell phone charger. So that's not great, being in another state without a cell phone charger. Ah!
So you can just roll
No, Caesar. I call her her real name. Or wife.
a little bit more. I just need you to sign for a second, okay? Not an admission of guilt. Just from this quick here, take care of it, okay?
Can you just, I'll sign it?
Yeah, I told her to check like a convenience store or something. They often have. They're kind of crappy chargers, but they often have them.
This is a ticket?
Box. Huh?
This is a ticket?
No, you're signing for it.
Can I get the ticket?
Yeah, I have it here.
I'm not going to sign anything in a box like that because that's a signature. You can use that for anything, man. No, I didn't say that. I said in a box like that. Can I sign the ticket? The ticket like everybody else does, man?
This is the ticket. We have updated our systems. We do everything digitally and electronically now. We don't do the old hard copy with the pen and paper. We
Why
do it on a
not?
cell phone and a printer.
How do I get a copy?
He has it in his hand. You have to sign on the digital part first, but this is how it's been accepted by the Supreme Court. Okay? Do this digitally now. Refusing to sign would mean a triple dip.
Nemesaur with 100 bits says, I took Sobsid's advice and claimed my straw man, but I'm not sure how this helps. Oh, that's a cute little plush. Crochet? Question mark?
Manuel, the reason why you keep it around is because you don't have a front plate on your vehicle. You're required by law to have two.
He never said that. He never said that. You said that, and you didn't make the stop.
Man, you've got a boatload of traffic
Cute, Nemesaur.
all over your car. If you don't want to get stopped.
Night, Miss Hire.
Manuel, so I'm just going to explain this to you so you understand, all right?
Sure.
You have to respond to this by this date in this top left-hand box. It's 6/18 of this year, okay? The traffic courthouse information's on inside the box on the right-hand side. All the violations are listed down here. The correctable ones will show a Y on the left-hand side, okay? Anything that's correctable
or actually here on the backside, there's options on how to respond to the ticket. Anything that's correctable, you can fix. And then you can go down to the police
And for
department.
the record,
Hang
what's
on,
your
listen to me.
what's your name
Hang
and
on,
your
hang
badge
on.
number?
It's on the ticket, okay?
But can for this record right here, can you tell me what your name and badge number is,
I
sir?
will give it to you as soon as we're done.
So you're not gonna give it to me
Hang
right
on,
now?
Let me finish this, man. I have
So,
to finish this.
so you want me to
training
forget it?
Listen, so there's options to respond.
I know how to work the ticket, sir.
Okay, but I have to.
What
walk
is
you
your
through it.
name and badge
They
number?
Can sign off on the back, and then it's a processing fee through the court.
I'm glad
okay?
I got that on camera.
God, this guy's delusional.
They're also going to send you something in the mail to the address on your driver's license, all right? So keep an eye on the mail. Here's your license, and because you asked for my name and badge number, I have to give you a case card. Just give me 1 second.
You could have just given me your name and badge.
Per policy, I have to give you this, okay?
They didn't give me one when I asked them.
It's a new policy. Huh?
You can put mine on there too. It's fine.
If it's policy, why you guys didn't follow policy?
He's writing it on there for you.
No, I'm asking you, why wouldn't you follow policy? If I asked you your badge number and it's policy for you to give me a card, why wouldn't you give me one?
Can't hear anything you're saying.
I know.
All right, I don't believe he can't hear that. If that is their policy and they're supposed to, I think the cop got caught out for doing something he wasn't supposed to do.
I know you can't. I know you can't, man. So this is what the San Jose Police Department is about.
This guy wouldn't have survived the 80s. Yeah, I think the
So,
cops would have just taken him out of the car and beaten him half to death. Hydrate, which is bad, by the way. I will say this, body cams have made things better. Not perfect, not great, maybe not even good, but better. Hydrate.
Get the ticket, and so I could be on my way. This is way.
Was the cop in the wrong here? Not broadly, no. The only thing was that it sounds like there was a policy where the other cops were supposed to give a card when he asked for their name and badge number and they didn't. But broadly, no. The sovereign citizen is wrong about the stop and everything.
Longer than 15 or 20 minutes that it takes.
I forgot what's yours.
4809.
All right, well, you're on there, okay?
Cool.
Right up at the top.
Thank you.
Here's the ticket. You have any questions for me?
Nope.
All right, you're free to go.
I think this is retaliation.
I think you're continuing to do the illegal thing, so that's why you keep getting stopped.
For putting them on YouTube and showing how they are.
Ah, yes, I'm sure they're very intimidated by your 13 YouTube subscribers.
And
one of the cops said they had a recent change to policy and systems. Yeah, but all the cops should know. They would have all gotten the same emails and, like, policy changes.
the one that came
Not saying it's the biggest deal in the world, but those cops should have done it if that's their new policy.
that was supposed to secure my rights told me how he was. Oh man, I'm so glad for my camera phone right now.
What a nut. Alright. Let's do a courtroom video, probably. Because we've done a decent number of traffic stops in a row. What's this one? Did we already watch the follow-up to the conspiracy theorist sovereign citizen? I actually don't recall if I showed you guys the follow-up to that or not. The guy in the glasses. Let me see if this guy on the left needs a competency exam. I don't remember if I showed you part 2 of this or not. Let me know. I have another one to play while you guys answer, but yeah.
To join the breakout room.
Chrissy is now in session.
Courtesy, rather, of Court with Chrissy, who has a lot of really great courtroom videos. I know you guys like that kind of stuff because you're here, so.
All right, Miss Heidish, I did send you an
Yeah, we'll do part 2 after this.
invitation to join the breakout room. If you
I
go
don't-
in there.
I don't know how do I find this. I'm not very high tech.
If you click on join.
Well, that's good, because phones aren't high-tech, and they haven't been for about 20 years.
It should allow you to go in the breakout room.
Oh, join.
All right, this is obviously a contentious matter, and I don't know that it warrants having the township supervisor present. Let's see here.
I was advised it was okay if I.
Wait, what was the charge? Let's see. Current charge, Whitewater Township order violation general. So I'm assuming that there was some sort of court order that she violated. Not sure what the specifics of the order were.
Here.
Oh, sorry, not order, ordinance. My bad.
I was advised it was okay if I just observed. I didn't plan to say anything.
Okay, it is zooming on YouTube, and that is the venue for.
Depraved Ambiance says, can you run a poll for me? Just curious, what proportion of your current Twitch audience prefers opposite court videos to traffic videos? That's interesting. Yeah, sure. Let me put one up real quick. All right, vote in this poll. Curious, which Sobsit videos do you prefer to watch? The court videos or the traffic stops?
Because the courtroom is not open to the public. So if you would like to view it, I'm going to ask that you go on YouTube. Just because no one else is permitted in the courtroom. Okay.
Very well. I can
I
forward
should have added a third option that was both equally. I should have.
that YouTube link to you right now.
Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah, court's killing it. I'll take that into account in the future and try and stack more towards court than traffic stops. Because I know we get a lot of traffic stops and they can be a little samey.
You're welcome.
I certainly don't want to get rid of doing traffic stops, but I'll try to weigh more towards court.
Thank you, Mr. Tamansky. Thank you. Hey, welcome back, ladies. We're on the record again in case 25-5400 OM. Ms. Ferraro Wilbur, did you have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Heidish about this case?
We did have an opportunity to chat briefly in the breakout room. It's my understanding at this time that Ms. Heidish would like to address the court. I've advised her against that, but she would like to address the court at this time.
I have advised her against it. That's good. Ooh, houndstooth.
Okay, thank you for that. All right. Heidish, I just need to verify your mailing address, please. Okay, she's muted. If you could unmute and start your video feed again, please.
I believe I have it done
Heidish?
now. Are you there?
Thank you. I just want to verify your mailing address is Trail. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, whose mailing address? The estate's mailing address?
I have a mailing address for you, the named defendant in this matter of
Okay, no,
9276.
because I am here by special appearance for the estate of Denise Heidish.
So when they're doing the special appearance thing, I've talked about this before, but in case you don't know, they think that there are basically two versions of themselves. The human being, the real person, the flesh and blood being, and they think that the state has created a straw man, or in this case, this woman is calling it an estate, that is a separate legal entity that the courts have power over. They believe that it has to be this way because they believe in some sort of axiom that you can only control that which you create. I don't know where they get this idea. It's not reality. They've not read Frankenstein, I guess, or any number of cautionary tales about being concerned about what you create, for it might destroy you. But they believe that you can only control what you create, so they think, well, society created the courts, so they can't have power over people who created them, so they have to create a separate straw man and connect it to me to have power over the straw man in order to try to have power over me. None of that's true. The courts have power over you because you are a person that exists in society. You are a human being existing in society within the geographical jurisdiction of some court. They have authority. They don't need to create some made-up thing in order to get authority over you. They have it. Jokester says, I did not create my computer, so I have no control over of it. I've been forced to watch Hannah for years. That's a fate worse than death. Really. Blink twice if you need us to put you out of your misery.
Okay.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
What's a good mailing address for the court to use?
Thanks, Jay's Proxy.
The estate of Denise Heidish is Lake Trail.
Okay, and you will readily receive the mail at that address?
The estate will.
What's a good telephone number for the court?
I'm on it right now.
Ma'am, you're on a Zoom call. I don't think you can see people's phone numbers on a Zoom call. What? You need to give them your phone number, you idiot. What the fuck is wrong? Like, you think, I'm seeing you on, you're using your phone to call me via Zoom. That means I know your phone number? What the fuck? People are idiots. I'm so tired of people.
What was that?
I am on this phone right now.
What is the telephone number
but they
for
don't
that,
have your
please?
number.
248.
Thank you. Do you ever use email?
Not usually. I get too much spam.
You could do something about that, you know.
Okay. All right. The next step in this process, and Ms. Ferraro-Wilbur, so I know you had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Heidish about this. Did she want to waive a formality?
Can I interrupt?
No, it's not your turn to talk. Ms. Ferraro-Wilbur, is there any information regarding how she would like to proceed?
I did speak with Miss Heidish prior to today. I'm unsure if she would still
Hannah, she's not high tech. The people who are still pretending like computers are some niche thing and not a device you need to interact with virtually every day to exist as a human frustrates me. Imagine if people had this same attitude back in like pioneer times and they were like, I don't know, I'm not really a butter churn person. I don't really know how to do it. Will you do it for me? And it's like, no, you just like, look, here's how you churn the butter. Like, I'm just not a technical person. It's like, okay, you're a person though. Learn a skill. Fuck you. Stop relying on other people to do your shit for you.
To proceed as we've discussed.
Okay. It does appear that there is a little contentiousness. So Ms. Heidish, if you would unmute yourself and answer the questions, please. So today is
I wanted to ask you a few questions. I want to know when I was notified.
This is not the venue for you to ask the court questions. You're here for
this internet fad'll pass. God, I hope so. And then I'll finally be free. I've been stuck in the internet for a decade and it won't let me go.
purposes of arraignment. I've muted you because you're not staying on task with us. Okay, we're clearly going to have to reschedule this. Defendant is not cooperating. Okay. So it does appear on here, so does, do we know, does, defendant have an attorney to represent her?
I don't have that information, Magistrate.
Okay, thank you for that.
All right, let's get to the second hearing.
So have you had opportunity to review the allegations on the complaint? Do you know what you've been charged with? And are you going to waive a reading of that, or would you like the court to read the complaint?
Please read it.
Complaint alleges on May 19th that you did have a land use zoning violation. It's in Article 4, short-term rentals prohibited, and that.
Oh, she was running an illegal Airbnb. That's kind of funny.
That is in the Whitewater Township.
Yeah, the sooner Airbnb can be destroyed, the better. Airbnb is one of the worst fucking things to ever exist. Don't use Airbnb. Holy shit. They're so bad. Airbnb has helped destroy the already incredibly unhealthy housing market in the United States. So
it's a misdemeanor. It carries with it a possible maximum penalty.
Christopher says, 2 weeks off from the 40th anniversary of Calvin and Hobbes. How do you think it holds up? I think it holds up well. I really like Calvin and Hobbes strips. They're really cute. They have a lot of really, I don't know how to put this. I don't know. I don't want to say poignant, but they have, like, you know, nice little clever, cute world from kids' perspective, but actually making kind of a good point. Punchlines. I like it. Thanks, Planet Bongo-san. It's Godzilla's 70th birthday. Ooh, maybe tonight I'll have to have a little marathon. That'd be nice. Me and the kiddies can watch Gojira, and Gojira raids again, which isn't that great, but it's fine. And then Godzilla vs. Kong. I could probably fit those all in one night.
Are you looking up the maximum penalty? I'm not sure what's happening.
I am checking that out here.
Oh, nice, Lady Anne.
It's a 90-day misdemeanor with a fine not to exceed $100 plus court costs. Do you understand the charges against you and the maximum penalty?
I understood what you just said.
How is it that you are going to proceed this morning?
I am Denise Heidish, a woman here by special appearance on behalf of the estate of Denise Heidish that this court case is referring to. I am here to inform the court that I will be filing a motion within 14 days to clear up all tax matters pursuant to the bonds fraudulently taken out on my estate. I am asking the court to dismiss
the bonds fraudulently taken out on my estate. I'm so curious what she means by that. Did some lien get put on a property or something?
Prejudice title.
Like, did she have unpaid because she was like zoned presumably for residential but was using it commercially as a short-term rental? Did she have a bunch of like unpaid city taxes or something, so they put a lien on her property and she's mad about it? That's what I'm reading into this. I could be wrong, but that's how I'm interpreting what she's saying.
26, possibly Title 18. If this matter cannot be resolved in this court, I will be taking it to the U.S. Tax Court, whistleblower form 34079.
Yeah, and probably
as
fines.
all of these were done without notice to my estate. And next, I will be moving towards criminal investigation division.
So I understand that you are representing yourself this morning.
I am
I am representing the estate, ma'am.
Here by special appearance. Do not interrupt.
They think special appearance means that they're here, but they're not under the authority of the court. That's not how any of this works.
Me. I am Denise Titus, a woman here by special appearance on behalf of the estate of Denise Titus. The estate of Denise Titus.
So, number one, you will not raise your voice. You are in court,
I'm just
and you're
trying to
making
make
a
sure
court
you heard me
appearance.
loud and clear.
Yeah, she told the judge not to interrupt her. Yikes.
I have muted you. I have heard you loud and clear. I am not understanding how it is that you're choosing to respond to the allegations this morning. You have the right to plead guilty or not guilty. If you are entering a not guilty plea, the next step in the process is a pretrial conference. At this time, I expect that you are standing mute to the charges, and the court will enter a not guilty plea. The pretrial conference in this
She's probably not going to be happy about that. They're not normally thrilled when they put a plea in for them.
case is going to be scheduled for November 13th. It will be at 9:30 a.m. in person here at the district court. You were not arrested in this case. I'm going to place you on a $1,000 personal recognizance bond with a condition that you may not be in violation of any of the ordinances of the Township of Whitewater, County of Grand Traverse. The court will mail you the notice with regard to the date and time of that pretrial conference. You are welcome to hire an attorney in this case. And unless you have any questions, you're free to leave the meeting.
Do you have anything else to say?
You're welcome to unmute yourself. If you have any questions.
No?
Information. So I don't know how this could I don't know how that happened. But I listen, please.
Listen. Not a good thing to say to the judge. H. Baird says, at least she didn't say this to the judge. Apologies to fellow Virginians. It'll be over soon. Oh no, what is this? Where did it go?
I have sent in FOIA requests. I don't even have the information. They won't even give me the zoning ordinance, any information. So I don't know how this can even possibly proceed when they won't even provide me with the information. So you'd need to at least give me the time to get this. I just sent them out certified mail. They have not even signed and sent them back to me yet from the township. Deb
So
Graham.
the pretrial conference will give you time in order to get that discovery. It's scheduled for November 13th. So I'm certain that you will have time to get that information, which is also available online.
Here's the thing. I've requested it from the township, Deb Raber, and they haven't even signed the certified mail yet.
Again,
so you want me
I think about that a lot, best husband. It's like, laws or threats made by the dominant socio-political group against... Yeah, that's good
proceed
shit.
with court proceedings.
I didn't even watch Roll 20, but that's a really good clip.
But nobody is willing to provide me with any documentation that I've requested to take care of this matter.
So the ordinance is available online. I appreciate the fact that you've requested via FOIA information through the township.
When I show up, it should be available when I show up to my township, right? I should be able to go into my township and say, hey, show me this ordinance. When I did, they said, no, you've got a FOIA requested, and that could take 6 weeks. That's exactly what I was told.
So
how
you
am I
can
supposed to
discuss the
follow
matter.
a zoning or an ordinance requirement that you can't even provide me when I stop into my township office?
I mean, you could be directed towards probably a book of the ordinance and stuff, but if you want them to take time to actually go through the book and find it specifically for you, I see why there might be paperwork involved in that. It's publicly available information that you could find yourself, but if you want someone else to go find that information for you in specific and, like, get you a copy or something, I kind of get why there'd be paperwork and a paper trail involved in that.
And they won't even hand it over to me.
Why would you need a FOIA request? I think specifically to find the specific thing for her, because all of this information would be publicly available, I'd imagine, on the internet. She just doesn't want to go searching for it herself.
Who says I have a printer or a computer for that matter? I have a phone.
Right, a phone's a computer. A phone is a kind of computer that you can use, and we saw you use FaceTime, so we know it's a smartphone. So you can use that to access the internet.
Ms. Heidish, the court has entered a not guilty.
You could also probably go to a local library and find some sort of book of statutes or something, if I had to guess.
As you wish to stand mute in this case, we've scheduled the pretrial conference for November 13th in person here at the district court. And I think that the proceedings have concluded this morning. Thank you.
Interested to see where that goes. I imagine she's not going to have a very fun time with the rest of those court appearances. Alright, let's try this one real quick. This one is brief. It's only about 6 minutes long.
In 2025, an officer conducted a traffic stop for an expired tag on a Jeep Wrangler.
10-4. How you doing? Yes, I'm Officer Galusia with the town of Ocean Ridge. The reason why I'm pulling you over is your tag is expired. I'll need your license, registration, and insurance, please.
Why are you pulling me over?
Because your tag is expired.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I breaking the law?
Yes, your tag is
yes.
expired.
Any crime?
Yes, your tag is expired.
Do you have a supervisor?
I am the supervisor right now. So I'll need your license. You have a choice, okay? And I'm going to explain this to you really probably once or twice to you, okay?
I believe this isn't actually her car, by the way. Her license, however, from what I remember, I think is suspended. So, well, I'm not sure if the registration is her responsibility. She's not the registered owner. She also doesn't have her driver's license because it's suspended.
I will call my supervisor, but if you fail to produce your information...
Call your supervisor. I'm not failing to do anything. I'm asking for you.
No, yes, you are.
No, I'm asking for
It's
your
upon
supervisor.
demand.
I'm demanding your supervisor.
No, you don't get to demand my
You're a public
supervisor.
servant.
You wait, because
You serve the public.
Yes.
I didn't cause any crime. I didn't hurt
509.
anybody. I'm not.
526. Would you 56 me here? Now I need your license, please.
I'm not doing anything commercially. So.
Your tag is expired.
I-
Come here. I'll show you.
No.
It's right here. Stay here. Don't move.
Not the most personable cop. Cop kind of sounds like a fucking hard-ass douche.
Expired vehicle registration. Driver license not valid. 2018. White. G. Utility vehicle.
Okay, so yeah, driver's license not updated since 2018? Yeah, that's a while. That's 7 years. That's too much.
So is this your Jeep?
It is not.
Okay. I already know that.
Right. So. You
It's
asked-
still a lawful stop.
It's lawful.
It's a lawful stop. It's a legal stop.
It's illegal. It's illegal or lawful?
It's legal, and I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, when you're driving or operating a motor vehicle, it is your responsibility to make sure that the car you're driving has registration and insurance and stuff. Yeah.
Argue with
I'm
you.
not arguing, sir. I'm asking you.
I'm asking you for your driver's license. You're driving your vehicle in the state of Florida, and you are
traveling. I'm traveling.
So you're going to play that game.
No, I'm not playing any
Oh,
game.
yeah.
This is my freedom
Okay.
we're talking about
Yeah,
here.
it is. And sure,
We're talking about you.
my
as a-
my
as a
sergeant's on his
sergeant.
way, and
We're talking about you as a
my
public servant.
my sergeant's on the way, and you can talk to
and
him.
we can talk to him.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's doing the I think I'm right thing, but I'm definitely not right. Oh fuck.
And I hope you know.
I hope you know.
what you're doing.
I hope I do too.
Okay.
526. I'll be going 1097 PNC Bank.
I don't know why anyone tries the sob sit thing in Florida. Florida cops are fucking crazy. It's not a good thing to do anywhere, obviously, but especially not Florida cops.
You able to back out real quick? Not right now. I'm on a call, so as soon as possible. Though I won't hold you up long.
The tag is expired, and she won't produce her driver's
Oh my
license.
god. The supervisor's like 70 years old, too. Holy shit.
Registration or insurance.
Okay.
She's traveling.
Okay. Hi. Good. How you doing? Good. So I'm the day shift supervisor.
Hi.
This officer has conducted a
You don't
lawful
understand why anyone is in Florida to begin with? The swamp calls to them.
traffic stop.
Is it lawful or illegal?
It's a lawful traffic stop.
They love having such a high water table.
And
yes.
what law am I
Well,
am I breaking?
Apparently, you're
What law is that?
Okay. Can we see your license and registration?
That has nothing
Okay.
to do
1015.
with because are you
You're under arrest.
okay? For
No.
what? Why are you arresting me? Is your
Yeah. You know what for. Right? Welcome to America.
wow?
This is
Please
not.
don't-
This isn't.
Don't resist.
I'm not resisting.
Yes, you are.
This is not even my car. I did not.
Lock this.
This is crazy. I hope your camera is on.
Oh, it's on.
Yeah.
Hop in. $526, 1015.
What is this place?
The Ocean
What is this place?
Police Department.
What? It's the weirdest question to ask after you get arrested.
This is kidnap.
Finished campaign for Power Wash Simulator 2. I'm in the beginning of it. I'm at the Art Deco house.
Step into the cell. Step into the cell.
Why step into there? Why are you putting me in here?
Why am I?
Again, sovereign citizens are so fascinating to me, in part because their reality distortion field is, like, incredible compared to almost everyone. Like, it could not be clearer what is happening in this scenario, but every step of the way, it's like, how do I explain this? It's like her brain is resisting acknowledging the reality. Like, where am I? Oh, the jail. You're obviously at the jail. You just got arrested. Obviously, you're at the jail. And then it's like, what's this? A cell. Clearly, it's a cell at the jail. What is this? Why are you putting me in here? Like, none of these are questions anyone would normally have to ask after being arrested, you know? Like, if I got arrested for some stupid shit, I'd accept it. I'd be like, yeah, it sucks, but, you know, what did I expect? You know, not gonna be having a good time, but I wouldn't be confused about it. It's just, I don't understand how some people are this capable of warping their perception of reality in real time.
Am I putting you in here?
Yes.
Why do you think I'm putting you in here?
Why are you putting me in here? This is absurd.
Turn around.
Wow.
Wow.
This is absurd.
What you to do is provide your driver's license
I don't have a driver's
or an
license.
ID.
You didn't ask for an ID. You said driver's license or registration. You did not ask for an ID.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see that on camera, so.
Face the wall.
Can someone come in here to speak with me?
Everything on you I need to know about.
No.
Wow. That was a crazy one. That was a level of, like, just not acknowledging what's going on. That's pretty incredible even by Sobsit standards. Alright, let's take a look at this one. This is the update on the conspiracy theorist sovereign citizen that definitely needs a competency evaluation.
On behalf of Mr. Wara. Mr. Wara, state your name.
Just keep repeating lawyer. You might want to be more specific. Like, I am exercising my right to speak to a lawyer. I would like to exercise my right to an attorney, because the Supreme Court has been pretty shitty about that. I don't know if you guys remember the lawyer dog thing. Give me a lawyer, dog. Apparently does not count as exercising your right to a lawyer, even though it very clearly is.
Joshua Wara.
But the Supreme Court's mostly racist white people, so apparently African-American vernacular doesn't count as words to them. Oh, jeez.
All right. And this is the date and time I had set preliminary examination in this matter. My understanding is you would like a forensic evaluation.
That is correct, Your Honor. Based on my conversations with Mr. Wara.
Forensic evaluation for what? What's going on here?
Based on my conversations with Mr. Wara, I believe that it is necessary.
Hey, I'm representing myself. What are my charges? What am I in here for? I'm representing myself. I don't need a barcode to represent myself. What am I in here for? What charges am I on here for? I don't need a forensic.
Yeah, he doesn't even seem to remember. I feel bad for this guy. He definitely needs to probably be in some kind of facility or something, because he's talking like he doesn't even remember the last hearing. Like, I think his thinking is so disorganized, he barely knows where he is. Like, he probably actually needs to be sectioned for his own, like, well-being.
Forensic exam. I'm not mentally disabled. I have ADHD and PTSD. I'm perfectly fine. I'm not on Social Security.
Sir, you are before the court on a felony complaint that alleges that on or about, as I read to you before, October 15, 2025, location of South Main Street in Eastwood.
Morgan Ritter asks, we keep seeing this judge. Are they in an area that's particularly full of sovereign citizens? Yes, Michigan, which is the state I am in. Michigan has a ton of sovereign citizen activity, and that's in part because Michigan was a hotbed, and still is to some extent, but not as bad as it was in the 90s, of militia activity. And there is a strong connection historically between the tactics of the sovereign citizen community and militias. So when the Posse Comitatus movement, some of this is going to be in the video I'm making about Cameron, by the way, because I get into the history of sovereign citizens. There was a movement called the Posse Comitatus movement that started in the late 60s, early 70s. That was a white supremacist movement where certain people believed that federal and state laws should not apply to them because those laws were, how do I put this, giving non-white people rights. So they devised a lot of these pseudo-legal processes and beliefs so they could justify to themselves why they believe that the county-level authority is the highest authority in the land as opposed to the state or federal authorities. They think that sheriffs are the ultimate authority and that the sheriff can arrest anyone up to and including even the president. These beliefs spread into Christian identity movements, militia groups, and then over time, as a lot of the leaders of these groups got arrested or killed by the police in literal police shootouts, the movement Posse Comitatus died down, but a lot of their sovereign citizen beliefs, sort of by osmosis, spread out into the ether. It kind of came out into sort of the the mimetic milieu, if you will, and now they are sort of these free-floating ideas that exist on the internet and in some books, and people pick up on it, and it's just this whole conspiracy mythology that people attach themselves to. It's crazy. But there is a history of it here in Michigan, which is why it's so strong. Also, you see a lot of the videos from Michigan because we do Zoom court. Not every state does this. Michigan has a ton of courts that will do Zoom hearings, and even when they're not necessarily on Zoom, they will broadcast them on YouTube because we started doing that during COVID, but Michigan sort of decided, hey, similar to how anyone can come in off the street and watch court in person because it's supposed to be, you know, open. It's supposed to be a public process that anyone can audit, right? It's the transparency of justice in theory. So they decided to keep it going after COVID, and it's been really interesting. I think it's been great for people to be able to see sort of the ins and outs of the court process, what the courts get up to every day, and of course you get to see stuff like sovereign citizens, and that's a lot of fun. So I don't think you have, Mr. Blast.
William Street, City of Ann Arbor, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan.
Comitatus, sorry.
That you did fail to stop at the scene of an accident resulting in serious impairment.
Morgan says, my condolences on being a Michigander. To your credit, though, you're not stuck in Ohio like me. Hey, when the water wars start, we got a lot of water. So, could be worse.
Or death.
Fenny Kagami with 40 bits says, the point here is that the Sovsets are probably joining the right in being mad at the Absolute Batman run, considering they just released an issue of Absolute Batman beating the tar out of a white supremacist militia. I haven't gotten into Absolute Batman yet, but I've seen screenshots and it looks awesome.
The guy was perfectly fine.
I might just wait for a trade paperback. I don't know.
That is a felony, punishable by up to 5 years incarceration and a $5,000 fine.
Liddy, thanks for following.
Costs. You do understand that, sir?
I understand that. Thank you, Mr.
Count 2 on that complaint alleges that on that same date and at that same location that you did commit a moving violation causing serious impairment of a bodily function. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days, $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand that.
All right. So that is what you are here for.
Mr. Simpson, I'd like to subpoena the camera footage from the mobile gas station there on North Main Street that I was at, or on
That's why it would be good to have a lawyer, because they could do that for you.
South Main Street where I was at, over on South Main Street in Maynard. My car was parked there the whole time. I accidentally hit the guy. They hacked the light using an
Okay, well, you're admitting that you hit the person. Maybe don't admit to the crime you're being charged with in open court.
AI.
Sir, Mr. Warren, I'm going to suggest to you this. Refrain from saying anything, because anything you say can be used.
Oh, I know. They used an AI ethical hacking app, the Tomboys and the Ku Klux Klan, and they had broken my glasses when I wasn't. They took my car for a joyride and broke my glasses while I was at St.
I'm so curious how long it's going to take for them to get this guy help or put somewhere. Because, like, he's clearly not competent to stand trial.
Hospital.
Like, it's just a matter of procedure at this point.
The Klan did?
Huh? Yeah, the Ku Klux Klan. You can subpoena video records, and I subpoena the security guards from St. Joe's Hospital, Trinity Hospital.
That's one of the reasons, sir. That's one of the reasons why you have an attorney. Did you let them know that?
No, I don't have an attorney. I told them I don't want anybody to represent. I said I'm representing myself. Yes.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, I would like to do that,
Sure.
and I would like to subpoena the camera footage from the
advise
mobile
you,
gas station
now
on
knowing
Main.
what the
South
charges
Main.
are, sir, that if you elect to represent yourself, you'll be held to the same standards as an attorney would regarding the rules of evidence and procedure in the
Oh, yeah,
court.
he's definitely unfit to stand trial.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
And he'll probably end up, if the charges don't get dropped, he will probably end up in the kind of facility that you go to when you're found not competent to stand trial.
Would not be shown any favoritism.
Yes, and I would like to subpoena my discovery packet, please.
If at some point in time you wish then to be represented by counsel, you need to make that request to the court.
Okay.
Liddy says, in my country, we have a Sobsit that killed 2 people and took off into a national park. Oh, Desi Freeman, yeah. That was about a month ago, and they still haven't found him. 400 cops, and now some of the army were rerouted to grab him, and still not happening. It's been a huge debacle. Yeah, we did a whole stream about Desi, or at least we covered him when that happened. Really crazy that they still haven't found him. I wonder if he's still out somewhere, or if something in the wilderness got him, or if he died of exposure, or if he's still hidden with one of his Sobsit buddies. Crazy stuff.
Tried calling the public defender's office, and I've tried to tell them I want to represent myself, and I've tried to subpoena my discovery packet, and they won't bring it to me. I need to subpoena my...
He's in the Outback. They may never find him. Yeah. Maybe we'll get another sequel to Wolf Creek, though. That'd be pretty good.
Discovery packet for all cases available, please.
All
and I would like,
cases
yep,
only
and I
have
would like to
one. You have
also
more than
subpoena...
Wolf Creek is a slasher movie that takes place in the Australian Outback.
Everybody's address in the MDOC that's involved in the Neuralink case through Secretary of State, phone numbers, text messages, and visual voicemail records. And I would like to subpoena the phone recordings, Securus GTL recordings from when I was in the MDOC at ARF level 4, and WCC pictures and...
Sir, I have listened to you both through the last hearing and this hearing. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm not going to relieve the public defenders, but I am concerned, while you have indicated to me that you don't need a forensic evaluation, the court, in listening to you, does believe that you would need a forensic evaluation.
No, I'm perfectly fine, Mr.
Sir,
Simpson.
Sir, for your own
I'm not on
The
social...
Loved Ones, another great Aussie horror film. I haven't seen that one, actually.
And preservation of your right.
Liddy says there's a couple of options. Either he's hidden, he killed himself, or he's living off the land, etc. He's quite well known for being a survivalist and prepper. Surprise, surprise, COVID was a radicalizing thing for him. It was for many people, unfortunately. Yeah, conspiracy theories, including sovereign citizenry in particular, got hypercharged during COVID because a lot of people didn't want to follow public health, rules, and decided that they'd get involved in a bunch of pseudo-legal bullshit that said they didn't have to. Not good.
I'm not on Social Security. I'm over the age of 25. I'm not mentally disabled. I do not need a forensic...
And sir, here's the thing.
I do not go to the forensic center.
I have to, in terms of these proceedings, make sure that you are competent and
Oh, I'm very competent, Cedric Simpson. You can tell. I'm very intelligent. I have a GED. I got a GED in 2013 in 3 months.
All right.
I got a GED from Washington Community College Adult Transitions Program in less than 90 days in 2013. You can subpoena that record. If someone can get a GED in less than 5 months, I'm pretty sure they're competent.
I have never seen a GED test. I don't know how difficult or easy they are. I can't pretty clear that regardless of this person's intelligence level, which isn't really what's at discussion here, this isn't about whether or not he can do math or recite history or interpret a piece of literature. He's cracked. He's not competent because he doesn't see reality correctly and is incapable of aiding in his own defense.
And I would like to subpoena my GED from the Adult Transitions Program in 2013 at Washington Community College.
Subpoena. I will not relieve the public defender at this point, but I will consider certainly that once the...
Thank you. Yeah, that way if you see I got a GED from WCC in 2013 in 3 months, you know I'm competent. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Judge.
I am going to order a forensic evaluation. I will set a competency hearing just to make sure. I'm going to set that for January 29th, 2025.
January 29th?
a.m. I will sign an order to...
Will you give me a PR bond, please, Judge?
No.
I'm sorry?
Can I please, I would like to request a PR bond.
This time,
no way they're letting him loose.
you can file a motion, or somebody can file a motion before the court, and I'll consider a written motion, but at this time, I'm not going to change the bond in this case.
What is the bond?
Currently, your bond is set at $25,000 cash sure.
Do you have any bail bondsman numbers for me that I could get a hold of, please?
Asking the judge directly if he knows any bail bondsman phone numbers.
I'd like to subpoena.
I would imagine the jail could maybe get you the number. I don't know if you'd ask the judge, man.
Bail bonds
You
and
can
phone
check
number.
with the individuals at the jail. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to assist you in that regard.
Yeah.
All right.
I would hope no bail bondsman would listen to this guy talk and assume they'd be getting that money back.
Understand, I'm leaving the public defender on the case at this point.
No, I don't want a
Get
public
the
defender.
evaluation. I hear you, but I'm telling you what I'm doing. We will get the evaluation. I'd suggest that you be cooperative in that. You may be right and come back competent, and then we can get this proceeding moving even quicker.
Not gonna come back, huh? Y'all gonna try it.
Before we go off the record.
Y'all corrupt as hell. Y'all fucked up, people. Y'all people fucked up.
Okay, keep moving. All right, been a pleasure.
I'm Benjamin Franklin's son.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I hate that I'll never be as funny as a crazy person. That's such a shame. That's honestly, you know, other than the age thing, Benjamin Franklin did get around. I believe Benjamin Franklin has a lot of illegitimate children. I don't think that guy's one of them. He doesn't look old enough. Or French enough.
Me too.
I just want to.
Because Paris is lovely in this one.
I just want to address one thing, Your Honor, relating to the prosecutor's office's responsibility of providing discovery.
He said he's Benjamin Franklin's son.
As we move forward in this case, the defendant, in attempting to represent himself at the PCC on Thursday last week, stated that he didn't need an attorney, he didn't want an attorney, and that he didn't need the discovery either, that he knew what was going on, and that he wasn't worried about having all the video prior to today's hearing, and we were prepared to proceed today. At the same time, under normal circumstances, we would be in the process of getting all of that video discovery to defense counsel that he referenced wanting today. He mentioned wanting the video at the intersection. My office is in the process of getting that, hopefully before the.
All right, the rest is just minutia, so we'll move on. I like watching those videos, not because I want to make fun of like a mentally ill person. That guy clearly needs help, and I hope he gets the help he needs. But I find the concept so interesting in that we have a system, our legal system, and people have rights. Sometimes people are also mentally ill. So when you have someone who's incompetent and mentally ill, who can't effectively navigate the system, how do people treat that person within that system while trying to maintain that person's rights against that person's wishes because the person is actively working against their own best interests without realizing it? I find that dynamic really interesting, which is why we watch those videos sometimes, in case anyone's curious. I just find the whole dynamic to be interesting and telling about how we prioritize certain things within our legal system. So, anyway, let's see what's next. Don Kalam has more ads for his bullshit fake legal services.
Did you know that your political status determines how you are treated in law? Private families like the Jewish, Amish, Catholics, Mormons, and even organizations like the Freemasons function as trustees.
No.
In a wild contrast, groups such as the Ku Klux Klan represent a different type of private family and foundation. The Black Panther Party is another example of a private family establishment. Being identified as white or black as a race doesn't grant you nationality or lineage rights within a living human family where rights are concerned. Instead, your status effectively relegates you to that of a slave within the legal system.
Having there be laws that you will be held accountable for breaking isn't slavery.
This disparity explains why it may...
Slavery is slavery, which we do have in the United States under the 13th Amendment. But just the fact that laws apply to you isn't slavery.
Seem that the government treats you unfairly and has total control. They are trustees and shot callers of the Social Security Trust, and you are the property held within this trust. To achieve equitable treatment, it's essential to correct your political status to that of a royal family or tribe with a nationality intact. Remember, private families established and continue to run
The nationality thing is normally a primary concern of the Moorish citizen community, by the way.
government. Founding fathers sound great, but they represent a private family. Have you set up a private family foundation? Now's the time to understand the distinction between the private sector of the economy and the public sector controlled by the government. We operate under contract law, where family law functions as private law. Establish your private family trust and foundation today.
Liddy says, not sure about all the minute aspects of the U.S., but in Australia, solicitors and barristers have a paramount duty to the court and the administration of justice, which supersedes the duty owed to the client. So in that event, where the client is mentally ill, it doesn't really matter what the client wants if it's incompatible with the rules of the court. I'm not sure specifically when it comes to, like, mental illness in the United States, but lawyers in the United States, attorneys in the United States, do have a duty to not file things that are, like, frivolous or, what's the word I'm thinking of? Vexatious or meritless. So there is a duty to make sure that they're not doing things their clients are directing them to do that are against basically what's allowed in the court. I don't know how that applies to, like, someone who's mentally ill, but we do have similar arrangements.
All we have is now. The only value's time. Started from the bottom. You ain't see the climb.
So he used AI to make two of them for this ad? Okay. This whole thing's AI. I mean, he's a real person, but he's using AI to make this crap. If the generative AI bubble could burst, I'd really appreciate it, because it's really making my streams look like shit having to cover this crap. Hydrate. Are they gonna kiss? What? Why are they so close? Oh god! No! 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 Get the self-cessed fan fiction out of my stream right now! Jesus Christ, he's terrible. He's so bad.
No, if it was one of the first places where it.
Alright, I think we have one more video we're gonna take a look at. It's a traffic stop. Sorry, I know people like the court ones better, but we do have a traffic stop probably to close off today. So let's take a look.
On March 19th, 2022, deputies in Volusia County conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle traveling over 120 miles per hour on North U.S. Highway 17 in Seville.
Oh, we're going Autobahn speeds. That's actually criminal. I think that that's a high enough speed where it goes from, like, just a traffic infraction to actually criminal. Yikes. Fenekagami with 40 bits says, how long do you think it is before people start calling the cops on ICE arrests, reporting them as kidnappings? I'm honestly kind of surprised it hasn't already happened, because it wouldn't even be lying or a leftist manipulation. All you'd be reporting is that some masked men are dragging people into an unmarked vehicle that doesn't even have license plates. I mean, I'd be surprised if it wasn't already happening to some extent. We probably just don't hear about it.
The stop quickly escalated when the driver and passengers became uncooperative and verbally aggressive toward responding deputies.
I'm sorry, real quick, I have to use the bathroom before we get into this proper. I am very sorry. While I'm gone, Chair will tell you about, the Empire of the Ants! I'll be right back, don't go anywhere. Thank you for your patience. All right, back to it.
It ain't going on. I'll swing on you. Hello.
What's up, buddy?
Hi. Why in the world were you going 120 miles an hour?
I'm trying to go to the hospital where my daughter is. That's all.
Alright.
I'm coming from Dixie.
You coming from Dixie's?
Oh god, he's not high or drunk, is he?
So you coming from Dixie's at 120 miles an hour?
I'm just going to come. They just called.
Alright, you got your license, registration, proof of insurance?
I got license, bro.
Alright.
What's with the Dutch angle? I'm assuming it looks like he has his camera on his shoulder and it's just fucked.
I got my water with it, but I got it. You can run my name in. I got it.
Okay, you don't have your wallet with you?
No, I don't have my water.
Okay. Do either of your compadres have their IDs? That's okay, come back. Do you have any paperwork on the car?
Yeah, the car good.
Car's good?
Yeah, car good.
Alright. Do me a favor, roll your window down in the back here? I'm gonna need to get all your guys' information because your two compadres aren't wearing their seatbelts.
I was wearing my seatbelt. I just took it off when I parked.
Man, you guys should know better not to do that. Let's go with your first name, sir.
Shamir.
Spell that?
S-H-A-M-I-R.
Huh? Sir, in the passenger seat, what's your first name?
It's all you, bro. I ain't got to give my information. This
Yes, you do,
stop.
because
No, it's a traffic
you're not
stop.
wearing
I'm
your
not got to give. I have
Listen
my
here.
seatbelt on. This is a traffic stop. I know the law.
Listen here.
Yeah, I don't know the law or rules regarding passengers showing their licenses, so I can't comment on that.
Traffic stop.
Genuinely don't know.
Listen.
What law I violated? What law I violated?
You're not wearing your seatbelt.
I have my seatbelt on. I just took it off on park. I don't
Okay.
have to have my seatbelt on park.
All right, so that's
Call your supervisor. If you want my info, call your supervisor.
okay.
Your camera
What
on?
about you?
But I just gave you the information to the car, bro. This is my wife's
To the car, but I'm asking you about your name.
He don't have to give you his name.
Yes, he does. He's
This
a
is
front
a
seat
traffic
passenger,
stop. You
over
only deal
18
with the
years
light.
old, and he does not have his seatbelt on.
We know the law. You ain't got to goddamn act like we don't know the
Sure.
law.
Sir, what is your first name?
Call your supervisor.
Okay.
They were racing too. The two front ones were side by side racing up 17, and this one was behind the tail.
Yeah, it's their buddies. There's also weed coming out of the car, so
I didn't ask any of those questions because now the backseat passenger is supposedly going to start recording. They want to speak to my supervisor because they're not happy with us. Me.
Because they were doing 122?
No, because I started asking for their information and I don't need to get their information because they're on a traffic stop and all I need to speak to is the driver.
You don't smell no marijuana. We don't want to came up here. We don't want marijuana. Hold on. We don't.
What's your name and badge number, Bob?
Now y'all. Hold on. The driver. Hold on. The driver is talking now. Now y'all goddamn being racist. Cause y'all don't smell no marijuana. Cause I got tattoos in my face. That's one thing y'all don't smell. It's marijuana. Cause if you'd smelled marijuana, you'd have said that when you came to my door. So I do not want to hear that. If you gonna charge me for my speeding, give me my ticket and we'll go. Cause now I would have been cool with y'all, but now y'all talking about marijuana so y'all can search. We straight. I have no consent for y'all to search. Ain't no y'all don't smell that on camera. What you got? I have no consent for them to search my car. And if y'all come with the bullshit, make sure you get her name. And that's that. And I ain't talking no weapons in here. And ain't no drugs. And I ain't talking no more. That's that. You know my name. You got his license. Do what the fuck you gotta do. I'm trying to tell you. I got money. I'm trying to tell you. Do whatever you want to do. And that's it. No warrants in here. No guns in here. And I stay right down the road to the kind of line in the apartments right there. That's where I stay. Right there in the New Hope apartment. That's where I stay. Man, I'm done rapping, bro. Hey, because if you would have smelled weed, you would have said that when you talked to me to my door. So being that y'all going back there to have y'all little conversation, to try to do something, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, they're both talking at the same time. Front seat drivers talking to the cop that we have the camera on, passengers talking to the other cop.
You have no consent to search this car.
And if y'all want to do anything else from here, call y'all supervisor.
I'm trying to tell you.
Call y'all supervisor. If y'all want to do anything else, call y'all supervisor.
We'll sit right here all night and we'll get a lawsuit if y'all wrong. We'll get a lawsuit if y'all wrong. Oh, we got their names, bro. Oh, we'll get a lawsuit if y'all wrong. You see how she wasn't even right here, then come up talking about, oh, anybody got a medical marijuana card in here? Talking about what the marijuana come from? Where you see? What they want to talk about? They smell marijuana now. You don't smell shit. Man, ain't no marijuana in here. Tobacco in this.
She talking about she didn't see our seatbelt on. You was not even here.
You wasn't even here. He told you that. And he ain't even see through this. He can't see shit. He can't see shit. Seatbelt was on.
Get him out.
Out. And your first officer.
All right.
Man, no marijuana.
Everybody out.
To my window.
I'm trying to figure out, by the way, mentally if they're actually sovereign citizens or if this just got labeled as a sovereign citizen video because it's like a group of black guys arguing with the cops.
I will.
By the way.
Get out. We will get out.
Don't get me wrong. They're obviously in the wrong for the speeding and potentially the marijuana. So far, I'm just not seeing sob-sit stuff as much as just like they're defensive, you know? Because they got caught doing at least one thing they shouldn't be doing, the speeding.
Get real. This gonna get real.
I guess we'll see.
And you can search me, buddy. You can search me. You can search me down. You can search me down and down.
Now, what you taking?
Search this car. It's gonna be a problem.
Okay.
Search this car.
Over there.
It's gonna be a problem.
Go over there.
Ain't my license valid?
Go over there.
Is my license valid?
They said they're not the driver because they're a passenger. They didn't mean because they're traveling.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Why are you taking me out my car?
We can smell marijuana.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Get out of the roadway. Get out of the roadway.
Bring your dog. Bring your dog. Bring your dog. Bring your dog. Bring your dog.
You're going to get hit by a car. Road. You are going to get hit by a car. Get out of the road. Out of the road. Out of the road. Out of the road. In the grass.
Marijuana. Hold on.
Oh, okay. It looks like he might actually say he was traveling later, so never mind. Maybe he is.
Stand in the grass so you don't get hit by a car.
Y'all search my car. If you would have smelled marijuana.
You go stand in the grass so you don't get hit by a car. And you go stand in the grass.
If you would have smelled marijuana, you would have said that as soon as you get in my car. When you search this car, Facebook, it's a problem.
Stand back over there and calm down. You are going to get hit by a car.
That car. Ain't shit in there. Hand on the gun because it's stereo. I don't care. that car.
Call your supervisor.
Call your supervisor.
We
Fuck
asked
that
y'all
car.
supervisor. Y'all ain't brought out
Fuck
y'all
that car.
supervisor yet. Call us y'all.
Hold on. I got license. You ain't got no rights. You ain't smell no weed. You lying.
You talking about marijuana.
You
Out of here, man.
You lying, Crockett, and I'm calling you all names right now.
We asked for y'all supervisor 30 minutes ago.
So you ain't gonna call your supervisor? Dorsey? Dorsey, you ain't gonna call your supervisor?
Oh yeah, you lying.
Go back and stand over there. You can record all you want. Just stand in the grass. You're gonna get hit by a car. You're gonna need to stand in the grass. You're going to get hit by a car.
Man, search my car. Y'all scared.
Listen, man.
Y'all got the pistol.
Man.
Why y'all
Listen,
scared?
Hey, look.
Why y'all scared?
Look. They talking about they
What
smell
y'all want-
marijuana.
y'all wanna
No, they
shoot
talking
us?
about a marijuana card.
Hey.
Don't nobody in the car smoke weed.
This the
Wrong with him.
This the man that
Dumbass,
pulled
this
me over.
cracker right
When
here,
he
this
pulled me
pussy
over,
ass cracker.
he ain't
This
had
cracker
no
right
problem
here.
cause to search
Come
me.
over
I
to
told
my
them no
motherfucking
consent
passenger
to search
side.
my car.
Come on, Mr. Right.
So
You know
therefore,
my name.
when she
Why you asking for my name?
Now,
You know my name.
she asked me, did I have a marijuana card?
Yeah, look. And
now
then,
he
this
say
what
he
fucked
smell
up. No,
weed.
look. This what
Oh
fucked
no,
up.
you don't
Hey,
smell
Facebook,
weed.
this what
Cause we
he
black.
come to the car talking
Man,
about he driver's license. Then he asked me for my ID. First of all, when you doing a traffic stop and you pull a, you need to be talking to the driver.
Search my car.
Then,
search the car, man.
hey, matter of fact, hey, look, you need to go in your truck and get my motherfucking papers for my car because I gave them to you. Yeah, you got my papers to my car. My shit legit. This my wife's shit. It's legit. You need to go get my papers. And then she come up to the car. She wasn't even on the scene. She pulls up and say,
I'd have put my feet in the gas.
and say,
I'd have passed the kind of line on your ass.
do any of y'all have a marijuana card? Why the is you asking, do we have a marijuana card?
Then they tried to hit him with the seatbelt
Then
situation.
first of all, yeah.
Okay. I definitely think this got listed as sovereign citizen shit just because they're black guys. Jesus Christ, internet. Alright, instead we'll close out on a classic, Eric Martin. We've not seen this video. This is Eric Martin after he got his scooter impounded the first time, complaining about it to an officer who clearly doesn't care.
To travel and get your name here. New stuff.
Yep.
All right, I'm exercising my right to travel in the moped, which I have a right to do. The U.S. Supreme Court said I have a right to do. Several cases, as all the people do. As we only need a license, first of all, if we are carrying passengers or property for hire.
Okay.
Okay? Making money for profit, like a taxi driver, DoorDash. U.S. Supreme Court said this. Buck is one of the cases. There's many more.
Okay.
I'll list them all now, but and 18 U.S.C. Section 31, which is a federal statute made by Congress, defines a motor vehicle as one only being used for profit, carrying passengers or property for hire.
Okay.
Okay? That's only the definition of a motor vehicle. That's what, as all we know, is assume we all need a motor vehicle to drive a motor vehicle, which is true. But that's, like I said, that's only when it's a motor vehicle when it's being used. Now, the state law, I understand, don't say that. I know, I already looked at the state law.
Okay.
I've been doing law, studying and practice for 28 years.
All right, sir.
So I know how to understand law, argue it.
He doesn't. He's terrible at all of this. He's been to court many times, and he sucks. He sucks at it so bad. The only reason he's ever gotten off is because the victims chose not to testify, or in one case, he was the alleged perpetrator of domestic violence against his sister. And then when that court case happened, he got off because his sister kept arguing with the judge from the stand. So that's good.
Argue against it when it's unconstitutional. So that's what's going on in this type of situation.
Okay.
The state law is not conforming with this federal statute because it doesn't define a motor vehicle as only being used for profit.
Okay.
So since the state law does not say that, you guys are not under an obligation. All police officers are supposed to ignore it as when someone's traveling, they're not doing it for profit. You're supposed to ignore that the state law don't point it out. Okay, because why? Well, you guys took oath of the whole Constitution. Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution, the Supremacy Clause, makes it clear that
Supremacy Clause.
Federal statutes, the laws of the United States, that means federal statutes, the laws of the United States, and U.S. Supreme Court case law is supreme over state law.
Okay.
So this is why what I'm saying is true.
All right.
So we're supposed to abide by the higher.
He thinks he can argue this to the guy at the impound lot and just get his thing back and the charge is dropped. And that's not how any of this works.
Law here, not the lower law that's in violation and not in compliance with this. As, like I said, if you're not doing it for profit, I'm not driving, therefore I can't be written a ticket legally, lawfully, legitly. Okay, as of that issue. The next issue about, now they wrote me a ticket for, we'll get to the name soon next, so I'm sure you probably already know if not. But as to riding in the lane, he said the left lane instead of the lane being all the way on the right.
Okay.
Okay, now I didn't look on the state law on that.
No, this is Michigan.
But assuming it's true, there is a state law saying that. That's another law that's unlawful,
Okay.
in violation of,
What's your name, sir?
well,
I'm Lieutenant Newstead. Do you want me to call you sir? Do you call you by your last name?
well, I'm a living man. First, I want to make that clear because I'm a living man. You can't call me, say, Eric, you know?
Eric?
Yeah.
All right, Eric.
But I'm not this. I'm going to say that's one thing about these names, see. Just like when they ask me, they say they shouldn't even ask for my name and ID because that violated.
I'll call you what?
Right of self-incrimination right there.
I'll call you whatever you want.
Right.
How about I just call you sir?
Or living man. Right.
Living man?
Right.
All right, living man. Did my officer give you a court date on your violation?
I didn't look at the paperwork. I'm sure. Let me see. I'm sure he did.
Because
It looked like it.
the best way to contest this and make your argument is in court, okay? Not here at the PD.
Well,
I can point out the court date to you and then let you.
well, it shouldn't be a court. That's what I'm saying because my rights
then-
to be one violated here.
Okay.
Again, doesn't matter if you think it shouldn't be. You can't argue that to this guy at the window. I don't know what you think this is.
Then, but to
It should be. This thing should be getting rid of. I should be giving my moped back. All this
the
violated.
court is the one that can void that ticket. All right. If you can contest it, I would set up a court date. I believe your court date's on there. Let me see.
Yeah, I didn't even look at it yet because I'll walk right over. I just have right now. Walk over right
Okay.
now and make this complaint.
All right. Court.
Yeah, Liddy, he's misinterpreting the federal law in a way that he thinks makes the state law not applicable, but he's incorrect about his interpretation about the federal law, which is what a lot of sovereign citizens do. They'll find some specific federal statute that applies in very specific federal jurisdictions, and then they will then try to apply that broadly to the states, not understanding that states have the rights to have their own laws regarding traffic that are completely separate and independent from federal laws. They don't seem to get that.
It says 1300.
The nesting nature of jurisdiction is beyond them, it feels like.
That's
At
one.
this court here, I've never been in.
That's 1 p.m. Yep.
They're like concentric circles. They're kind of nested in each other, and they all have their own, like, rights and their own areas where their thing is applicable, and the federal overrides the state, and the state overrides the local, but they all have their own purviews. It's a whole thing.
Yep. It's if you go out this way to the walkway, it's the door's right next door. Okay. They're the ones that you can contest and cite all your statutes and laws with, and they'll be the one to determine whether or not.
Yeah, Matryoshka of
what's going
law.
to happen next. Okay. The only thing I could help you out here was that if you had a complaint against the officer, I can give you a citizen complaint form, and we can squash it here.
I do.
It's up to you.
Ah, the cop said squash instead of quash. The cop said squash instead of quash. We did it.
Because this is criminal harassment on their part.
Okay. So would you like a
It's
citizen?
also perjury on the part. See, this is serious. This is a guy's best to just dismiss this, give me my stuff back. So
Well, I don't have the ability, Eric, the living man, to dismiss that right here on the spot. Okay.
Sure you do.
That's
You're
over
the
at the court.
supervisor. You're supposed to be supervising their misconduct. They are in misconduct right now.
Okay.
I'm not the one in misconduct.
So
This state law.
would you like a
is unlawful
citizen
under
complaint
higher
form?
law, so it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be no. You know what I mean? You're supposed to tell them.
Okay.
Do away with this ticket because it's unlawful under higher law, like I said.
Let me get you a citizen complaint form, okay?
Yeah.
You can complete that form and bring it back at your earliest convenience, and then we'll get it to our administration, okay?
They might do it now. I don't think about it, but okay. Now where's the court date on here?
All right, so you see right there in the
20th District Court.
see it go up right from there. See the remarks right there where your left thumb was at. Go down, right
Quash and squash are different words, Mr. Duck Sauce.
there.
This ain't the court date.
Yep. See where it says it right there? Let me see. So look at your remarks there. Go up. You were just on it.
Listen, fine, all this fine print stuff.
Yep. Read that remarks right there. You see where the second line it says court date?
Sophie, you're gonna have a welfare check.
Right there.
Has the chat box been off this whole time, by the way? Did I turn that off like an idiot? Maybe not. I don't know. No. Okay. It's fine. Woo! That one's big. Okay. I actually turned on a separate one.
Back to our administration.
If I got
There we
like I
go.
said, I'm going to do all this, but hold on, I might turn this in, because this ain't really a long thing to just,
Well, that's the way our citizen complaint form procedure is, okay?
maybe I'll fill it out at home and do it.
That's fine. You can take it back, because, I mean, there's a decent amount of stuff for you to write in there, so take all the time you need and bring it back, all right? And then, like I said...
Beltwin says, these folks have a dispositional inability to navigate bureaucracy, and it shows. I do wonder if the whole world just feels like Kafka-esque, or like the movie Brazil to them. Like the idea of these systems is so complex and unknowable to them that it feels like that, you know what I mean?
They'll review it, and then they'll reach out to you. You have to provide your information, so...
All right, but anyways, like I said, it shouldn't have to. You should nip it at the bud now, because all this is violating my right, which you had the duty to do. Now, if you don't do it, now you're going to be liable.
Okay.
And this is stupid in you guys. You guys took oath to uphold the Constitution, so it's also perjury in your guys' part.
All right.
You violate my Constitution rights?
Not perjury. What are you talking about?
It is perjury. That's a 15-year max in prison. So you should be taking this more serious, because if I take it, deprive me of my property, my private property, which I do not need a license for. I don't need registration, none of that shit.
You're wrong if you want to drive it on public roadways.
The U.S. Supreme Court already said this. You don't. Think of it, it's common sense. You don't need a license for your private property.
Yeah, I should point out, someone else pointed it out, Mr. Ducksauce pointed it out. This is happening at 11:30 at night. He's not doing this just like at 8 p.m. It is 11:30 at night, and this cop is on the fucking night shift, and this guy comes in ranting insanely to him. Imagine it's 11:30, and you're tired, and you don't want to be working the fucking night shift, and this shit happens.
Because it's a right. It's a privilege, which you need. That's what the only thing you need licenses for, is privileges. It's not a company vehicle. That's a privilege and license.
I gotcha.
And all that. So listen, I'm saying the state law is in violation. It has to be ignored. It's going to be eventually, but that's why I'm going to change the state law that these dumbass legislators made or didn't make totally clear on it. Because see, they should have put it in this state law, the MCL, where.
Sir, it wasn't a mistake or an oversight. You just don't understand the intent or disagree with the intent.
Motor vehicle is only one being used for profit. But because they didn't do it,
like I said,
still, that don't mean you guys don't have the okay to ignore what I'm saying, because I'm going to show you on my phone this live. I'm going to show you this 18 U.S.C.
Please
You show the court that, okay?
I am, but I'm going to show you too. But
this is where he starts pushing back and subtly trying to indicate to Mr. Martin here that he wants him to leave. But I don't know if you would believe this. Eric doesn't pick up on the hint.
See, it's right
Have
here.
I seen the indie horror movie Last Shift about a desk cop having a bad night? I've not.
This is. Okay, we're going to start on the first page. See, I've been going to law school and copying this, right?
What law school you go to?
I am so curious what he said there.
Been going to law school to look this up, because I've looked on YouTube guys and pointing this out.
He looked up YouTube guys pointing this out. Law school.
Studying the books 20 years. But
Okay. The internet's law school, right?
This is something I learned actually on YouTube, and let me see if this is legit, because
Excuse me.
a person can say anything on YouTube.
Flitty says, most of these people are slowly getting added to watch lists. As soon as a cop pulls up someone over and they hear the word traveling, they're now being trained immediately to call for backup. I've seen the same in the States. Usually if it becomes clear at this point that someone is a sovereign citizen, they immediately call for backup. There's a lot more training for cops and stuff on how to deal with SOPSITs and what they are.
I go to any law school, and I looked in the law books myself, and this is from the law book myself. You can see, I copied the law books myself. So this is called Title 18 USC stands for United States Code, Section 31. Now, you don't see the 18 because it's on the side of the books, you know?
Yep.
This way they are. It's like identification code. You see 31 right there now. It's real short, ain't no long thing. Subsection, you see it says motor vehicles there, right? Now, this is made by Congress.
Okay.
31, subsection, okay, that's the only aircraft's not relevant. See, subsection 6. Motor vehicle. The term motor vehicle means every description of carriage or other
contrivance. It's every description of carriage, coach, automobile, or other contrivance propelled independently. Something like that.
Or drawn by mechanical power.
There it is.
And, remember, not an or, and, used for commercial purposes. Okay, now we're going to the next page. They're going to define what commercial purpose is. It means basically for profit, like I was telling you.
Eric, that's the federal statute. It has to do with federal vehicle codes in regard to commercial vehicles. It doesn't mean that every vehicle needs to be commercial in order to have laws apply to it. That's about the federal statute for specifically commercial vehicles.
When you're doing it like a taxi driver, you're working for Walmart as a trailer driver, whatever, you know what I mean? You're carrying their property for hire, you're getting paid for it.
It's actually not conveyance. It is written as contrivance in Black's Law Dictionary, or within the UCC, I don't remember.
Okay. This is the rest of 6. The highways and the transportation of passengers, of property or cargo. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right to subsection tech. Now, here's the definition of use for commercial purposes. Used for commercial purposes. The term used for commercial purposes means the carriage of persons or property for any fare, fee, rate, charge, or other consideration, or directly or indirectly in connection with any business or other undertaking intended for profit. Bottom line, for profit. That's it. You can see this out of the law book. See the way
So it's of your belief that, so I'm just trying to understand you. It's your belief that every private citizen that's driving their personal vehicle up and down the roadways and on the roadways doesn't need a license to drive?
Well, first, remember, why are you're miscategorizing this as belief? I just showed this as
okay, but I'm saying that's your belief.
It's so interesting how he and other sovereign citizens are incapable of even considering the idea that they're misunderstanding something they're reading or applying it incorrectly. That I find fascinating. Because, like, I am decent enough at reading. My reading comprehension is better than average. I'm confident in that. But I'm still capable of understanding that there are times when I'm almost certainly getting things wrong and misinterpreting things through my own subjective filter. We all make mistakes. We all misread things or misinterpret things in fields we aren't a part of or don't understand. But none of them seem to be capable of that. Like, they read a thing, and to them it means something, and it's foreclosed to them the idea that they could ever be wrong. It's really weird. It's supremely stupid confidence.
Belief.
This is the law. This ain't my belief.
We'll say your interpretation of it.
This ain't something that's not clear. This is clear. You see, I just showed you.
All right. Like I said,
but
I think
See what I mean? It's not that he's misinterpreting. It's clear. Other people can't have any different understanding of where that exists within the context of the overall law of the United States and its 50 states. No, it's objective. He's right, damn it.
Everyone out here, yes, that's not carrying passengers or property for hire.
There'll be a Sobsit AI soon. God, can you imagine that traffic stop? They pull over and the cops, like, license and registration, and they just hold their phone up and a fucking AI chat bot tries to do the the script for them.
They are not driving a motor vehicle technically by the law.
Well, that's not correct.
So most of us don't need license, and most of us don't know this because, see, this is what you call, the scumbag legislators, which are lawyers. They do this shit intentionally, so most people don't know this other higher law. Like I just showed this in U.S. Supreme Court case law that says the same thing that you just read. So people are just getting licensed, so they're not being harassed. Like, just understand,
I would go for you. Get more familiar with, like, the Michigan, like you said, MCL.
I already know what it is.
So there you go.
But the MCL is under. This is Michigan state law. This is federal law.
and they're not in disagreement with each other. I know you think they are, but they're not. The federal government is not saying that definition is the definition for automobiles in every law, in every statute, in the country, federal, state, and local. It's saying for the purposes of that particular statute. That is the definition. These people, there's an order of operations for understanding the definitions of words within a given statute or law. And the things they do have nothing to do with that order of operations. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's something along the lines of, first you check and see if that particular statute has any specific definitions listed. That's the one that takes precedence within that specific statute. You can look at surrounding laws that are applicable to find the definition. Then I think you go to the dictionary or colloquial definition of the word, and then, like, you go further and further down. I don't remember what's after that, but there is a specific, like, order in which you are supposed to look for the definition of what words and things mean within a given statute. And sovereign citizens ignore all of it and just go, I don't know, whatever works for me in this moment, I guess.
U.S. Supreme Court law. This overrides all that under Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution.
That would be your argument in court, okay? Maybe hire, you can represent yourself or get an attorney.
I myself. I don't hire lawyers. I don't need to waste my money.
Okay, well.
Liddy says, you're bang on. We call them interpretation instruments.
Do you need anything else from me, sir? Or do you
I didn't know that name before.
Anything else?
Well, let me show. Now, do you know what Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution says?
No, if you want to tell me.
Yeah. It's the Supremacy Clause. I think I got that copy here. If not, let me pull it up and I'll just show it to you. You can prove it. You can read this yourself on a computer. I want you to look at 18 U.S.C. 31. I just showed you. Yep. So this ain't something I typed up or whatever, you know.
Should I go to law school? Let's go to law school, chat. I'll stream the whole thing.
Actual law. And also, okay, Article 7. I'm trying to get the text for you. But just to prove what I said about federal law overrides the state law, that's what Article 6 basically says. It's called the Supremacy Clause for short. Article 6... I'm going to try to get it for you right here. Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution says that, okay, you said put it in Google, Article 6.
I can Google it. I'll Google it in a little bit.
But you want to get the actual text of not just someone's, people can change it by their interpretation. See, that's why I said this ain't my interpretation.
Trust me. He doesn't have an interpretation, though. His understanding is objective, not an interpretation, but other people interpret it wrong.
I won't look on Wikipedia, okay?
Right. But it basically says, federal law, the laws of the United States, that's the exact words it used. Okay, here it is right here. Here's word for word. Here's the text, actual text. I know because, like I said, I went down to law school and copied it. This is actually... Oh, where's all the bullshit popping up? See, it was just there.
It's all the ads.
Damn ads and shit. Okay, there it is right there, Article 6. This fucking bitches.
Oh, thanks, Liddy.
It just, see, the text was popped up and then that other bullshit popped up. Okay, here we go. Okay, right here, Article 6 of the Constitution, right, of the United States. Which, remember, is the supreme law of the land, as you know. So that's what we got to keep it. You guys are supposed to be teaching all your police officers. That's supposed to be kept in mind first and foremost. Is the U.S. Constitution. That's what's supreme.
You got one roommate.
So state law, for example, says, hey, you can't wear a blue shirt. You don't just go ticket someone. You got to think, does that violate the Constitution?
That's not a law.
Yes, because it's the right to life or liberty. Under liberty means freedom. That's a freedom. We have to wear whatever color we want.
There's no law about what color shirt you can and cannot wear.
Huh?
There's no law about that.
I just said as an example.
Okay.
Example. This is the same situation. The state law is seeming to assume you need a license to travel, which is what I'm really doing, is traveling by right, not driving.
I'm going to look up Article 6. I'll read up on it.
Over here. I'm just right here, the relevant part.
And I wish you the best of luck in your court date.
Eric, he's telling you he doesn't want to talk to you anymore.
All right, well, thanks.
I say that as someone who does not read social cues very well at all. He could not be clearer that he is done with this conversation. You gotta learn to read these cues, people, otherwise it ends in disaster, trust me.
I really don't need it, though, because it's laws backing me up already.
Okay, then you'll be all good.
Sometimes the judges ain't always... I'm eventually going to win because the law is on my side, the higher law.
Okay.
The lower law doesn't mean nothing because it's lower, it's non-compliant, and...
Well, so your argument would be with, like, the federal level?
No, actually, I just filed a federal lawsuit.
Oh, I'd agree, Liddy. It's really bad here in the States. Cops do not get enough legal training. It's terrible.
I got a ticket, the same type of shit.
Okay.
And I just filed a suit on the judge and the prosecutor because they should have been dismissed it.
I got you.
Trust me, I got some asses.
All right.
Okay, here we go right here. Okay, the judges are up under the, oh, where does it say? Here it is right here. This Constitution and the laws of the United States, okay, laws of the United States is federal statute, in case you didn't know, because you might not be able to study law like, as long as I did, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which
I'm not going to sit here and read it word for word with you.
It's just one paragraph.
Why don't you just
just
paraphrase it for me?
It's right here, look, right here.
Oh,
Don't read it word for
He so desperately wants this interaction to be over.
word. I want you to paraphrase it for me.
No, then that can go into interpretation. Okay. And
Oh, really? Interpretation. That's how we interpret things, right?
Well, we're reading word for word.
Even if you read something word for word, you have to interpret it. You fuck.
You've studied it for 28 years. I think you'd be able to paraphrase it for me.
You're saying just take. I'm getting right to the relevant section.
Give me the cliff notes on it.
Right here, look. Which shall be made under the
Cliff's notes. They were Cliff's notes. Possessive.
Authority of the United States. Shall be, this right here, the supreme law of the land.
Okay.
And the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, in anything in the Constitution or laws of any state. To the contrary, notwithstanding.
Yeah, I'll have to verify that.
So right there,
I'll
see,
do
it's
my own
supreme.
research.
The Constitution
so badly wants him to leave.
is supreme.
Okay.
The laws of the United States is supreme, so the federal statute showed is supreme over the state law.
Okay.
That state law that's not complying with this is supposed to be ignored. That's why you're supposed to say, look, you're supposed to get rid of this ticket, order my moped back to me.
The court.
There's supposed to be no court.
The court can do that for you, sir. Like you have to go to your court date.
It's
all right?
because, like I said, because now you're in violation, they're in violation, you're all in violation of the Constitution, making yourself liable. That's just dumb.
Okay.
But all right, is there anyone higher here than you now?
Not right now,
that I
no.
can talk to about this? Because
No, it's almost midnight. Please leave.
Top of level.
So
unless I get my release.
on midnights, it's either the sergeant or lieutenant working, and then day shift, normal business hours, our chief or director is here.
Right.
And they're usually here between the hours of 8 and 4 p.m.
Okay, what's the chief's? Let me get his phone number and name.
His name is Chief
Can I have the chief's phone number?
Mark Midlars.
Well, let me get it wrote down for me. Because, you know. The damn sure got to talk about this. There's something you guys got to stop.
You can just.
A person's a taxi driver and has
Phone number. Here's the phone number right here, and his name is Chief Midlars.
because it violates the Fourth Amendment against unreasonable searches and seizures.
Well, if that's what you feel, then that's what you feel.
That's what I know for turning the law 28 years.
Yep.
As I just showed you, unless it's for profit, you're not driving.
You're absolutely right. So
unless they have evidence that
just at this point, you're right. Whatever, go away. Sure. Yep.
that you're not, they're not supposed to be stopped before. So
Living Man or Eric, however you want it to be.
Eric's fine, as long as you can see the problem with saying Eric is this is the thing. See, it's assumed.
Is that your government name?
Right, exactly. I'm a legal fiction corporate entity, which I'm not. See, that's why.
Who gave you that
I
name?
like to answer the name.
Did the government give you that name or your parents?
Yeah, you know, the birth certificate was created. The name was put in all capital letter name. That's only legal. That's a legal fiction corporate entity.
Okay.
That's the only thing that can be written in a ticket. I, as a living man. So this ticket really ain't even on me as a living man. Don't even know it.
I'm gonna disagree with that.
Does your ID say Living Man?
No.
What does it say?
I'm gonna get one of those in the future.
Okay.
It just says,
Well, make sure you get the right name on there so people can issue the right things and call you the right name.
well, I will in the future, but I'm not advanced yet on this area. But all I know, the basic, what I need to know is you don't have the right to be fraudulently making it seem I'm a corporate entity anyway, see?
Okay. Have a good day, Living Man.
Yeah.
What does it say on that other card there?
No, this is just a regular ID, but...
Oh, okay.
But see, that letter name ain't really...
That's not your real name?
Well, it's what I've been referred to all my life, which I'm
I
just
gotcha.
saying. It's technically under the law. Like I said, this is what you call legalese. These scumbag lawyers, not that all lawyers are scumbag, but these certain ones, they did this, they created legalese, where certain things, these words can't just be taken for granted. What we think they mean in common usage, don't. Like we think a motor vehicle, see how I just showed you, proved you wrong? A motor vehicle under common usage.
He proved him wrong. That's how he interprets what just happened.
Common people think, oh, it just means it has a motor in it and it takes your place. It's a motor vehicle. No, it's not.
Are we playing body cam bingo with Sobsets? I don't have a bingo card right now, unfortunately. I have one for conspiracy theorists when we do Tinfoil Tuesday, but I don't have a Sobset one. I should make one. Dillis Filler, thanks for a 5-stream streak.
As you just seen, I showed you. Legalese, they put another definition on that, see? So average person don't know. Why? So these scumbags in the DMV...
I saw Jay's a proxy, thank you.
Making millions and billions of dollars off people getting licenses and registrations and paying for insurance don't even know they don't even need to do that unless they're carrying passenger property for hire.
So you're saying I could go, I don't have to register my motor vehicle, I don't have to have a license or anything?
Well, remember, it's not a motor vehicle unless it's being used for, if you're not using your car for profit, which would then be called the U.S. Supreme Court, it's then
So what is it called then?
Automobile.
Oh, okay.
So if you're not carrying passenger property for hire, no, you're not, you're in an automobile.
Okay.
And as the U.S. Supreme Court said themselves, and I will have this ready for the court, the case law, word for word.
I say make sure you have it all cited properly so you
no
can.
doubt, and I will have it highlighted.
There you go.
I hope they come out with the 13th edition of Black's Law Dictionary soon. And I hope it has sovereign citizen in there. Because I have the 4th, 5th, and the 12th editions. And the 5th Pocket Edition. So far, they don't have sovereign citizen in there. Understandably. But I think we're at the point where they need to add sovereign citizen to Black's Law Dictionary. Mostly because it would piss them off, and I find that very funny.
The U.S. Supreme Court said, just like at this will be highlighted.
Yep.
A motor vehicle is only being used for profit. So yes, then you don't need, no one, neither does none of the other people, you don't need licenses, registration, or insurance. The state law that's assuming we do is because it's what I'm saying.
All right. Just make sure it doesn't contradict state law and everything because.
No, it does. It contradicts state law, but the state law is in violation.
Okay.
So the state law is the higher law has to be followed. Like I said, remember Article 6. That's the Supreme.
Okay.
The state law, like I said, can say you need a license to wear a blue shirt. Well, your constitutional right,
not an apt comparison.
Due process, the right to liberty says no, I don't. So what has to be followed? You guys are an obligation to follow.
What would I make the definition for a sovereign citizen in Black's Law if I could? That would require some consideration. But if I'm on the spot right now, I would have to say something along the lines of a loosely associated pseudo-legal ideology that purports that statutory law does not apply to them and instead a parallel system of common law governs their conduct. I don't know. That's on the spot. That's the best I got.
I wish you the best of luck, Eric.
All right. F the state law that's in violation. We have to ignore that because it's in violation. Simple as that.
I wish you the best of luck. All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, let me get this.
Have a good night and have a happy New Year. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it looks like I ain't going to do nothing.
That's all right. We're almost over. We're done in a sec anyway, darling Dr. Lambchop.
My property, but
okay.
Besides that, yeah.
Tillis Filler says it's called one of the amendments. All right. So that's it for the day. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I really appreciate it for another Sovereign Citizen Sunday. Let's see who we're going to raid on Twitch. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. It just depends on how I'm feeling after electrolysis. But I'll definitely be back Tuesday for Tinfoil. So I'll see you guys then. If you haven't already, consider giving me a follow. I stream almost every day and we always cover fun stuff. Conspiracy theorists and the strange things they believe. Sovereign citizens and their pseudo-legal tactics. All sorts of stuff. So, anyway, let's see who we're gonna raid. What's Swell doing? Oh, NaNoWriMo? Okay. That's interesting.
I bought this.
But I don't know if it's interesting
design.
to watch. We'll raid Cassifel. Why not?
Lay
you know
upon thee thy fate.
I actually haven't asked in a while. Does anyone have any raid recommendations? Anyone they watch that's decent and deserving of a raid? Anyone? I don't ask that enough. I really should. Because you guys are great, and I'm sure you're parts of plenty of other streaming communities that could use some infusions of new viewers, so let me know. Great, Liddy. Good to see ya. Good to meet ya. You were gonna say Cass? That's fine. We can do Cassifel. I just wanted to give people an opportunity in case there's anyone else. Livigar, we raid relatively commonly, and she has almost 1,000 viewers right now, so she's probably fine. Emmy USB is doing a fundraising stream. All right, we'll try that. Emmy USB. Emmy USB. Alrighty. Have a great night, everyone. I will see ya soon, and have a great night. All right. Do 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 do. All right, now I can hit the raid button. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.